against Clarinda last week. So, every match was in the 20s by both teams. So, going to see some great volleyball here tonight.
Red Oak won that one 3-1, if I remember correct.
That
but
is
still,
correct.
like you said, it was very competitive. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Rex's Plumbing pregame show after this.
Look, I'm not the kind of person that needs a trophy every time I do a good deed, but I like rewards as much as the next guy. That's why I got a sensible checking account at Bank Iowa. I can earn 10 cents cash back on purchases made with my debit card monthly with no limits on the amount I earn back. Plus, I get free online banking and identity theft protection. All I have to do is keep $100 in the account and receive e-statements. Basically, I'm getting rewarded by Bank Iowa for saving trees and buying stuff. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn about our sensible checking account option or read more online at bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC.
Right.
To the Orange Gymnasium in Red Oak, Aaron West, Eli Bells, and Derek O'Neill, Class 3A Region 3 postseason volleyball play. It's Rex's Plumbing pregame show. All right, Derek, bring me up to date with brackets, standings, and those sorts of things.
All that good stuff. So we are Region 3, Class 3A. There's 4 other games here tonight. It looks like Atlantic and Shenandoah are playing, a couple of Hawkeye 10 schools there, and then Red Oak versus Clarinda here in Red Oak here tonight. Also in our region, you're going to see Des Moines Christian, Van Meter, and Clark. So stay tuned for some of those outcomes. State rankings from the 6th, Class 1A, Springville at 1, North Tama at 2, Burlington Notre Dame at 3. Tigers played Burlington Notre Dame earlier in the year. We've got Sydney down there at 9th. Tigers took a win from Sydney. Clarinda took Sydney beat the Clarinda Cardinals. We've got Holy Trinity Catholic in that Class 1A ranking. Tigers played them earlier, and then Stanton also down there at 15th. In 2A, we've got Dyke New Hartford at 1, Western Christian at 2, Wapsie Valley at 3, Kemper Catholic down there at 13, Missouri Valley at number 8, and Trainer there at 15. Both the Tigers and the Cardinals have lost to Trainer this year. Class 3A, we've got Des Moines Christian at 1. I mentioned them earlier in our Region 3 bracket. Number 2 is Davenport Assumption, and number 3 is Mount Vernon. Tigers played Mount Vernon earlier in the year in a tournament here in Red Oak, lost to Mount Vernon. In 4A, we've got Cedar Rapids Xavier at 1, North Scott at 2, Marion at 3. We've got Indianola coming in at 5. The Cardinals took a loss to Indianola earlier in the year. We've got Lewis Central coming in at 11. Both the Cardinals and the Tigers lost to Lewis Central earlier in Hawkeye 10 play. And we've got Bishop Heelan down at 15th. The Tigers took a loss to them earlier in the year. In Class 5A, rounding out the rankings here, Iowa City Liberty at 1, Ankeny at 2, Pleasant Valley at 3. We've got Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln coming in down there at 14th, and the Cardinals did take a win from them earlier in the year in a tournament here in Red Oak. Down in the Hawkeye 10 rankings, so we're all done with regular season play.
Kemper
Catholic comes in at first in the Hawkeye 10, Lewis Central second, your Tigers here at third, and then Clarinda down there, it looks like seventh in the Hawkeye 10. So good matchup here tonight with some Hawkeye 10 teams in this regional bracket.
There's some good volleyball going on all across the region, Derek. Wherever you're at, go watch a volleyball game somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Some good volleyball. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the Rex's Plumbing pregame show after this.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small town living. We are here for your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shannon.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Gymnasium, Aaron West, Derek O'Neill, and Eli Bells. It is Class 3A Region 3 postseason volleyball play and the Rex's Plumbing pregame show. So, Derek, looking at Bound, what key matchups do you see coming into this game?
Yeah, just taking a look at where they're at compared to the Tigers. 15 and 15 on the season for the Cardinals, 19 and 13 for the Tigers. We've got in assists, the Tigers are going to take the edge at 4.7% versus 4.3 for the Cardinals. On kills, Addison Wagner with the Cardinals, she's going to take a little bit of advantage of us, 2.9 points, just a little bit.
She's a freshman,
per set.
too.
She's a freshman to Merced Ramirez on the Tigers side at 2.7. For blocks, they're going to get the edge. They've got their block leader, Brooke Brown, a junior, 81 total blocks on the season versus Lainey DeVries and her 39. Digs, again, they're going to take a little bit of the edge with Taylor Cole, a senior, 4.3 digs per set, to the Tigers' Nicole Bond, 3.8 per set. On serving, they're going to have a little bit of an edge on attempts, 4.1 per set. Tigers are going to take a little bit of an edge on about 0.5 ace per set scenario with Merced Ramirez versus Emmy Alba there for the Cardinals. When it just looking at overall team stats, the Tigers are going to take the edge on assists per set, 24 per set, 6 per set. Kills per set, the Tigers are going to take an edge with 26. Kill attempts per set, now Clarinda takes that with 89.2 versus the Tigers' 74.1. Blocks, Clarinda clearly has the edge on that with 82 to our 24. Block assists, the Tigers take 102 to their 98. Blocks per set, Cardinals coming in at 6 per set, Tigers at 3.4. Digs per set, Cardinals again 45.3 digs per set to the Tigers 37.3. Serve aces per set, 6 aces per set to the Tigers 5.4. Serve successes, again, Cardinals get a little bit of an edge, 48.2 to the Tigers 46.1. And serve attempts per set, they've got about 4 or so more attempts per set than we do. So again, statistically, one hand the Tigers, one hand the Cardinals.
Yeah.
It's just right there. And I think we're going to see that on the court based on our game last week.
And the thing, too, based on that game, Derek, and it's win or go home. Your season's over.
Or go home.
It's over if you don't win this evening. So keep that in mind. Adds another element to it. It's the Rex's Plumbing pregame show. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these messages.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA. Love is in the air.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Welcome back to Red Oak and postseason volleyball action here in Red Oak this evening. And the opening serve will be about 7 o'clock. A couple of things to note. Make note of our sponsors. Let them know you appreciate it. If you're watching the streaming side, make note of our sponsors that make it possible for us to be here as well. We want to say thanks to them. And also, not related to volleyball, did you know that Eli is a ranked golfer in the nation?
No, nice.
He is.
I didn't know the rankings went down that far.
I thought the same thing.
So tell me, Eli.
Yeah, seriously.
I run our club golf down at Northwest Missouri State, so we went to Ashland, Nebraska this week, and we ended up shooting a team record of a 383 and a 384, or 386. And then Ryan Leith got second place for us. He shot 4 over. I got fifth place, shooting 6 over in total with the, 73-75. And then we got ranked 45th in the country as a team. Ryan's 54th, and I'm 85th.
Nice, man. So that is awesome.
We're on the right train right now. It's just that golf game gets really good and really bad really quick, so we never know.
We had a ranked golfer here.
Yeah, club golf. I'm not Division I or anything like that. I'll tell you that.
So let's talk a little bit, if we can, Derek. Give me your thoughts on tonight's contest between these two teams.
So as we've talked, this based on that last match there between the Cardinals and the Tigers, it's going to be a tough night. I would emphasize that we've got to, as a Tiger crew here, we've got to minimize errors, no dropped balls, got to talk a lot, cannot have serves into the net and give away those points or trade those points. Really focus on that short-term memory. Mm-hmm. We've talked about them being a young team, but as I mentioned earlier, they've got an entire regular season under their belt now. It's time to show what they've learned.
And yeah, absolutely, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they need to still have fun. They got to make sure they keep that court awareness and that game awareness. And what I mean by that is know the situation. So if you're neck and neck coming up on that 25, is it, and you got a little bit of a bad set, do you attempt to push it down the net for that open spot, or do you wind up and go for that big kill? It's kind of know where you're at in the game situation. When we played Clarinda last, it went 4 sets with Red Oak winning 3-1. The total point difference in that match was 9 points across all 4 sets, with Red Oak taking set 1 25-20. They lost set 2 22-25. Set 3 was a win then at 22-25, and set 4 being 25-21 in the Tigers' advantage. So you can see those are
close.
I mean, those are tight sets. A serve in the net, that kind of stuff, that can make up that difference there.
Without a doubt. And if you're on Clarinda's side of the net, Derek, I would say they're going to let that last match be a little bit of motivation here.
Big time motivation.
They would love to put an end to the Tigers season and advance on down the tournament trail because, as you said, it was so close. It was right there. So certainly motivation for them to come out and perform well as well. And we want to say thanks to all of our listeners across the region for tuning in or watching with us, whatever you happen to be doing. We're going to have some player introductions here. We're going to step away for a quick minute, and we'll be back after these messages.
Empire Construction and Trenching has served southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, and southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Ellie Cole, a freshman, 5'4". Bailey Nordyke, a junior, 5'4". Allie Meyer, junior, 5'7". Sage Howard, she is a junior as well. Some of the names we're going to be talking about quite a bit tonight. Kylie Meyer, she is a freshman. Jersey Knight, a sophomore, and can really hit the ball. Madison McQueen, a sophomore at 5'4". Addison Wagner, one of the leaders you talked about, Derek, earlier, freshman, 5'6". Emmy Albaugh, a senior, 5'6". Carson Wellhausen is a 6-foot freshman. Taylor Cole, senior outside hitter and just a really powerful player. Presley Job, a junior at 5'6", and Brooke Brown, a junior at 5'10". Some of the players you'll hear a lot about here this evening. On the Red Oak side, Brinkley Salek, a reserve for the Tigers. Tori Went is a sophomore. Carly Jenkins, a freshman. Ellison Johnson is a freshman, and Nicole Bond is a sophomore. She's the libero for the Tigers. Again, Nicole plays quite a bit for the Tigers. You're going to hear Olivia Boswell quite a bit. She is a junior for the Red Oak Tigers. Lainey DeVries is senior, 5'10". Maddie Doyle is a senior for the Tigers as well. Sees a little playing time at 5'3". Alexis Wallace, a sophomore at 5'5". Merced Ramirez, a junior, 5'9". Marley Gray, a sophomore, 5'9". Jocelyn O'Neill, an outstanding freshman player, 5'8". Marissa Williams, a sophomore at 5'9". And Kennedy DeVries is a sophomore, 5'6". Along with Emily Siebenecker, another freshman for the Tigers at 5'5". So some of the names you're going to be hearing quite a bit. The nature of volleyball, there's a lot of substitutions. You have your starting lineup, but you have many substitutions throughout the course. And a good crowd of people here from Clarinda, Derek.
Yeah, great crowd all around. Tigers and Clarinda fans. Good to see everybody here and making some noise and supporting their hometown school here.
Absolutely. Last of the introductions are being made. We're going to have our national anthem. We're going to step away, and we will be back after these messages.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
Come celebrate the first annual Oktoberfest at Jacqueline's, featuring many German beers along with German cuisine. This is an all-ages event that will include games and events such as wiener dog races and best dressed German. The football games will be on the big screen with Kevin Keith performing that evening. Come join the fun at Jacqueline's starting at 11 a.m. just south of Shannon Highway 59. Pre-registration for wiener dog races are open today and will close on September 26th. Please call 712-581-9463 for registration and other inquiries. That's 712-518-1.
The Red Oak Greenhouse has an immediate opening for a full-time production greenhouse grower. Responsibilities include strong problem-solving skills, required to obtain an Iowa pesticide applicator's license within 90 days, an understanding of plant requirements, self-motivated in learning growing techniques, strong communication skills, respond to and resolve
to Rex's Plumbing and Heating for being a great sponsor and always in attendance too, by the way.
Yeah.
Rex's Plumbing and Heating. So
they're here, you bet.
Thanks to the fine folks there. Just a few minutes away. There's something about when Vern Olson does a national anthem that's just fun, isn't it?
You talk about it almost every game. You get that little bit of goosebumps. That's excitement. I mean, it never gets old hearing him do that.
I know, absolutely. Players are taking the court. Coach Mullenix has the tunes going over there, so he has a good list going here tonight so far.
Yeah, he does.
Had a little young MC earlier.
He acted like he didn't really have anything scheduled when I talked to him earlier, but he's pulling it out for sure here.
Yeah, without a doubt. So
kind of got the black on black out here tonight. Clarinda in their black jerseys, Tigers in their black jerseys.
We're going to have a quick legal ID, and we'll get up with the opening serve. We may have to turn the camera over on Derek. Derek's got the wave going over here with.
Looking like Brian Ferentz over here. Derek, call some better plays. We'll be all right.
Derek is a little bit nervous and a little bit anxious.
Derek's got some of those. And for people listening, Derek O'Neill, Jocelyn O'Neill, you can make the connection there. So Derek has some definite dad nerves going on at the moment. Without a doubt. I've been exactly in that seat, Derek.
I know you have.
Hey, at least you haven't taken the headset off yet and then yell.
Yeah.
That may happen, though.
It can happen. Here we go. We're underway. Olivia Boswell back to serve for the Tigers across the row into the back net. It'll be passed up front from Albaugh, hit across by Cole. Back to the net, overpass. Bond pushes it across into the back row. Job passes it up front, hit across by Cole. There's Boswell. Set goes to Gray into the back row, off of the hands of the Cardinals, and the Tigers are on the board first.
Alexis Wallace did a great job of digging an overpass out of the net there. I've talked about her doing that a couple of times this year, and she is as good at, we saw her do that this weekend, and she is as good as it comes at digging those out.
And we've talked about that. It is so hard to handle those. Job up front, hit across by Cole. There's Bond, gets a hand on it. Boswell passes it up to the net. Free ball across the net by DeVries, but we're going to have a two-hit call, and the point goes to Clarinda, tied up at 1 apiece. Into the game, Kennedy DeVries taking a seat, Boswell, and back to serve will be Emmy Albaugh for the Cardinals. Serve into the back row. DeVries is there. Set goes to Gray, hits it across. Off of the hands of the Cardinals, and the Tigers lead 2-1, set number 1.
That's good to see. Setting Marley up twice. She's got 2 kills off of that.
Into the game, Jocelyn O'Neill taking a seat, Wallace, and back to serve for the Tigers will be Ramirez. Merced Ramirez, a junior for the Red Oak Tigers. Serves from the right side, as she has all season. Into the back row. There's McQueen. Set goes, hit hard at the net by Jersey Knight. Hit across by Gray into the back row. Job is there. Set goes to Cole. She taps it across. There's Gray pushing across. Cole pushes it into the back corner. Kennedy DeVries chases it down. Ramirez up to the net. Free ball across the net by Bond. It's out of play, and the point goes to Clarinda, tied up at 2 apiece now.
Just a lot of intensity out there. You can see that on both teams, and that's going to be what it takes to pull through here tonight.
Back to serve. Cole jump serve low across the net. Bond is there, passes it right to the net. Set goes to DeVries. That's going to be an Allie Pointer-Maquetto kill by Lainey DeVries. And it's 3-2. Into the game, Williams taking a seat, Bond. Back to serve will go Lainey DeVries. 3-2 is the score. Red Oak with the lead. Set number 1. Serve into the back row. Job passes it up front. Albaugh with the set tonight. She hits it hard, but it sails long. She can hit the ball really hard.
Yeah. Watching her in warm-up, you just see that intensity, that desire to just hit that ball as hard as you can.
It's 4-2 is the score. Red Oak leads set number 1. Serve into the back row. Pass up front. Albaugh with the set to Brown. She hits it across. There's Gray. DeVries backs her up, keeps it alive. Right at the net. It's going to be tapped down by Brown. Tigers keep it alive. Free ball. Kennedy DeVries across the net. Job is there. Albaugh with the set to Wagner. Hits it across.
Net
We're going to have four hits.
Okay.
On the Cardinals, and the Tigers lead 5-2 in set number 1.
Great hustle there by Merced on that previous volley there. She dug one out that was just right at the net. Kept the Tigers alive.
Serve from DeVries into the back row. Ace serve. Houghton State Bank ace serve by Laney DeVries.
Good job, Laney. She's had an Allie Pointer-Mercado kill and a Houghton State Bank ace. Let's keep that up.
She's having a game. She is a senior, by the way. A little extra motivation there. Serve received. Hit across by Wagner. Kennedy DeVries gets under it. Set to O'Neal. There's Cole. Albaugh passes it up the net. Hit across by Wagner. DeVries gets under it. Kennedy DeVries passes the net. Free ball across the net by Williams. There's Knight tapped across this time. I think that was Brown. Tap down. Brooke Brown. She is listed as 5'10". Again, tall girl at the net, taps it down, and the point goes to the Cardinals at 6-3.
Yeah, she just read exactly what the Tigers were going to do there and
Great
took
net
advantage
play.
of it. And
Great net
found
play
the
by
open
Brown.
spot.
Brown back to serve. Into the back row, Bond to Ramirez, set to Williams. She hits it just a bit far and goes out of play, and the point goes to Clarinda. It's 6-4. Back to serve is Brown. Into the back row, Bond passes it up the net. Ramirez hit across by O'Neal. There's Albaugh. We're going to have, I think, a 2-hit call. 2 hits. Point goes to the Tigers.
I didn't see that one. Normally I'd pick those out pretty good, but I'm not the up ref either. So
7-4, Red Oak leads. Back to serve Marley Gray for Red Oak. Marley is a sophomore. I think Marley has had a phenomenal year too, really. Serve into the back row. Job passes it up front. Albaugh with the set to Knight. Hit, blocked at the net. Hit across by Wagner. Set goes to O'Neal. Hits it in the back row. Off of the hands of the Cardinals. 8-4. Back to serve Gray. Marley Gray serves. Received by Knight. Albaugh pushed across by Wagner. Addison Wagner. Williams pushes it back across. Albaugh is there. Set to Wagner. She taps it across this time. Tigers stay under it. Williams taps it across, but I think
probably 2 hits.
2 hits.
Yeah.
Yep. Good aggressive play. 8-5 is our score. Into the game, Siebenecker taking a seat. Gray. And back to serve now, Jersey Knight. Big jump serve from Knight. A bit strong, goes out of play. And the point goes to Red Oak. 9-5 is our score now in set number 1. Back to serve Wallace, taking a seat O'Neal. Alexis Wallace. Serve from Wallace into the back row. There's Job. Albaugh gets under it, hit across by Wagner. Boswell set to Ramirez, hits it, it goes a bit far, and the point goes to Clarinda, and it's 9-6.
So if you're watching on our YouTube channel there, you probably see that Merced was playing right side, got the kill. When Alexis comes in for that set adjustment, she is setter in this particular rotation.
Would that be a body basic chiropractic set adjustment?
I think it would be.
That would be, absolutely. Dr. Byer, thanks to Dr. Byer for being one of our sponsors. We're going to have a 2-hit call on the Cardinals, and it's 10-6. Coming into the game, Madison McQueen taking a seat, Wagner. Back to serve for the Tigers. Bond. 10-6. Red Oak leads. Serve from Bond. Low across the net. Received by Cole. Set to Cole. Hits it. Bond is there. Off her hands. Siebenecker tries to get there, but it's just too far out of play. And Point goes to the Cardinals. It's 10-7.
I'm just kind of sitting over here on my hands, not sure what to expect next.
It's another scrappy game, just like the last time so far. Serve across the net, and the Tigers fail to get it back across in 3 hits, and the point goes to Clarinda. It's 10-8. 2 points in this set. Back to serve Job. Presley Job, the libero. There's Siebenecker. Wallace with the set to Boswell. She hits it across, dug out nicely by Job. Free ball across the net by McQueen. Set to Laney DeVries, kept alive by the Cardinals, and then hit across by McQueen. There's Ramirez, dug out nicely by Madison McQueen. Hit across by Cole, and it's just paints the line. Great shot there by Taylor Cole.
Just barely inside. Clarinda did a good job winning that volley. Those intense volleys like that, whichever team comes out on top usually gains a little bit of momentum. So we'll see what Clarinda can do here with that.
And we talk about momentum a lot in volleyball. 10-9, it's 1 point, Derek, in set number 1. Serve comes from Job. Into the back row, Bond passes it up front. Set to Boswell. There's Ramirez hitting it back across, and the point goes to the Tigers. 11-9. Red Oak leads set number 1.
Good job by Merced to realize that ball was just a bit of an overpass, and she slapped it down for the point for the Tigers.
Boswell serve. There's Job digging it out. Hit across by Meyer. Tap, big block at the net. A Tangles Salon block. And the point goes to Clarinda. It's 11-10. Into the game, back to serve Emmy Albaugh for Clarinda. Serve low and across the net. Ramirez passes it up front. Set to DeVries. Another Tangle Salon block. Big block by Brooke Brown. Wow. And we're tied up at 11 apiece.
And just like that, Clarinda's trying to mount a little bit of a comeback here.
Yep. Back to serve again, Emmy Albaugh. Emmy is a senior, 5'6" senior for the Cardinals. Low across the net. DeVries is there, tapped by Brown, but I think we're going to have a net violation.
They're calling it roofing. I call that roofing with that call. But basically, you got to give your setter a chance to set the ball, and when you have a defensive player up there tapping it down, that just does not happen.
12-11 is the score. Red Oak leads. Serve from Ramirez into the back row to McQueen. Job hit across hard by Knight. Blocked. Did it go out of play?
Yes.
And the point goes to Clarinda. It's tied up at 12 apiece.
Tigers need to just work on tooling that block just a little bit, but they're right there in her face, which is good.
Jump serve from Cole. There's Kennedy DeVries to Ramirez. Set to Laney DeVries. It's out.
They're going to call him.
That was
no
a good
touch.
hit. Tigers wanted a touch call.
That's what I thought. I thought for a second there was a touch, but.
And Clarinda leads 13-12. Served by Cole. And free ball across the net by Bond. Joe passes it up front. Albaugh with the set to Wagner. She hits it too far, and the point goes to Red Oak, and we're tied up at 13.
And the one thing that I really think has been impressive from Clarinda is the serves. You can tell it seems like Red Oak may be getting a little out of sync from these different serves coming all different sides of the court.
Tied up at 13 apiece. Back to serve Laney DeVries. There's Wagner, pass it up front, Albaugh with the set to Knight. She hits it hard off of the hands of the Tigers, and the point goes to Clarinda.
And Clarinda is doing a great job too as well. Everything's getting set up. It just looks really fluent right now for Clarinda.
Yeah, they're not making very many mistakes, just keeping it real smooth and doing what they need to do.
14-13, Clarinda leads. Serve, Kennedy DeVries, pass it up front, set to O'Neal. And Jocelyn O'Neal. Would we call that an alley pointer Makedo kill?
You bet.
Let's call it. Let's go for it.
You bet, man.
Tied up at 14 apiece. Back to serve Gray. Marley Gray for the Tigers. Tied up at 14 in set number 1. Into the back row, Job passes it up front. Albaugh Sets Wagner. Bond gets under it, passes it up front, set to O'Neal. She hits it across into the back row. Job gets under it. Albaugh. And we're going to have a free ball across the net by Knight. There's Bond passing it to the net. Set to Williams. It sails a bit far, and the point goes to Clarinda. 15-14, Clarinda with the lead in set number 1.
What Eli said there, they do have the Tigers off just a little bit off balance. They're not getting those perfect sets and those clean sets to get a kill.
Jump serve from Knight into the back row. Bond. Ramirez with the set to Boswell over on the left side. Set goes to Wagner. She hits it hard, but it's too far, but it's off of the hands of the Tigers.
One thing I've noticed too as well, Clarinda, right when that whistle blows to be able to come serve, they're serving right away. There's no time wasted, no time to think.
16-14 is the score. Clarinda leads set number 1. Serve from Knight, sails a bit far out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak.
And a great heads-up play there from Red Oak too as well, especially in a tight set like this. All these points are going to count.
Wallace into the game and back to serve. O'Neal takes a seat. 16-15 is our score. Clarinda leads set number 1. Serve from Wallace to Knight. Albaugh chases down, gets under. We're going to have a free ball, and it goes into the net. Point goes to Red Oak, and we're tied up at 16 apiece now.
But just like that, you can feel the momentum shift too as well, and it's going to start here for Red Oak at the service line.
Back to serve Wallace. Set number 1, postseason play, round 1 action. And the Cardinals fail to get it across.
The Tigers run just a little bit different tempo than the Cardinals. As Eli was mentioning, they keep it sped up. We're just taking a little bit off of that.
Serve from Wallace is low and into the net. Point goes to Clarinda. 17 apiece. Back to serve will be Addison Wagner, the freshman. Outstanding freshman player. Wagner is. Jump serve from Wagner into the back row. Ramirez passes it up front. Set to Williams. She hits it hard. Job. Tapped across by Cole. And it's in. She just went right to that open spot.
Yeah, great heads-up play. Not having to wind up and get the big kill, but just does the push parallel to the net. Finds that open spot on the floor.
It's 18-17.
And I don't want to be surprised here soon either, as whoever is going to get on this run, I think a timeout's definitely going to be needed. Try to slow things down just a little bit.
Jump serve from Wagner into the back row. Bond passes it up front. There's Wallace with the set to Ramirez. And the Tigers, well, we have 4 hits on the Tigers. Don't get it back across. 19-17 is the score. Clarinda leads set number 1. Back to serve Addison Wagner, the freshman. Serve low and into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. 19-18. Clarinda with the lead, set number 1.
And the time for Red Oak to go is going to be now here too. At the service line, Clarinda's been doing a great job getting everything kind of out of sync for Red Oak. We'll see if Red Oak can bring it back on the other side.
Back to serve Bond into the back row. That's McQueen passing it up front. Set to Cole. She hits it hard. Bond is there all the way up into the rafters. Hit across by Boswell. Cole gets it back across the net. Set to Ramirez. Dug out by McQueen. Up front set from Emily Cole. Hit hard at the net, but we're going to have a net violation on the Tigers. And it's 20-18. Clarinda leads. Set number 1. Presley Joe back to serve for Clarinda. 20-18 is our score.
Having a little, got to tie her shoe there. Yep.
And here we go. Serve from Job into the back row to Bond. Tapped across by Boswell.
Great job, Olivia, finding the open spot on the floor there, getting the side out.
And just tapped it right into the open spot. Nice job by Boswell. And it's 20-19, Clarinda with the lead. Boswell back to serve now. Into the back row. There's Cole. Set to Cole. Hits it hard, sells long. Point goes to Red Oak, and we're tied up at 20 apiece.
This match has been everything I think we thought it was going to be so far.
Exactly what I've expected. Into the back row. Job, it's in. Job knew it right away, too. That's one of those that just hit the line perfectly.
It did.
And those are such those 50-50 balls, too, as well, especially in a tight match like this in this first set. I don't know if you want to let any of those go.
Exactly.
Back to serve Boswell. There's Job. Set up to the net, tapped back across by the Tigers. Gray. Wallace with the set to Ramirez. She hits it into the back row. It's out. And we're tied up at 21 apiece.
And like that, yet again, here coming down to the end of this set, whoever's going to get on this short run here, you want to stop all momentum right in its tracks. We'll see who going to get on the roll here in a second.
Back to serve for Clarinda will be Albaugh. Emmy Albaugh. There's Wallace. Passes it up to Ramirez. Hit across by Gray. Down ball by Gray. Set to Knight. Blocked at the net nicely there by the Tigers.
Great Tangles block.
At the net, Ramirez taps it across. Brown gets a hand on it, but it falls to the court, and it's 22-21 in set number 1.
And that's a big point, too, right there as well. Be able to just try to create this separation down the end. It's been a great first set.
O'Neal into the game. Taking a seat. Wallace back to serve Ramirez. 22-21. Serve from Ramirez, low across the net. Knight gets under it. Set to Brown. And it falls to the floor. Is that hit by the Tigers?
It's going to be a 4. I think it's going to be 4 touches there.
But the point goes to Red Oak. 23-21 is the score in set number 1. Ramirez back to serve. Serve from Ramirez. Low across the net. Job keeps it alive. Then we have a down ball by Knight. Set to Gray. That's a big alley pointer Makedo kill by Marley Gray.
That was about as perfect as you can get from a pass set kill scenario.
24-21. It's set point for the Tigers. Ramirez back to serve. 24-21. Serve from Ramirez into the back row. Job. There's Albaugh with the set to Knight. She taps it across. Bond gets under it, passes it to the net. Tapped across by Laney DeVries. Bond sets O'Neal. She taps it right to the open spot. And Red Oak wins set number 1, 25-21 over the Cardinals. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this.
Licensed within 90 days. An understanding of plant requirements, self-motivated and learning growing techniques, strong communication skills, respond to and resolve alarms, willing to work weekends, holidays on a rotation. If interested in this position, contact the Red Oak Greenhouse at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is an equal opportunity employer.
Look, I'm not the kind of person that needs a trophy every time I do a good deed, but I like rewards as much as the next guy. That's why I got a sensible checking account at Bank Iowa. I can earn 10 cents cash back on purchases made with my debit card monthly with no limits on the amount I earn back. Plus, I get free online banking and identity theft protection. All I have to do is keep $100 in the account and receive e-statements. Basically, I'm getting rewarded by Bank Iowa for saving trees and buying stuff. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn about our sensible checking account option or read more online at bankiowa.bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Orange Gym. It is Class 3 Region A volleyball action. I want to say thanks to Tangles Salon as well, one of our block sponsors. Give me an adjustment, Derek. What adjustment do the Tigers or the Cardinals need to make here for set number 2?
Honestly, I'm not real sure what either team's going to do because this is pretty close to what they did the other night. If I were either coach, I'd be talking about absolutely minimizing those mistakes, those hits in the net. If you're going to free ball it over, make it a little bit more of an attack free ball, that you want to be able to get that point off of and not give the other team to set up for the block. So, I mean, when you have close sets, 25-21, I think that was,
yes.
Right? Yeah. So, I mean, it's hard to want to make a big adjustment in your rotation. It's just a little bit more of a mental piece at that point. So
they're in alignment.
Yeah, I think both teams are in alignment for sure, and it'd be great to keep that going.
I just think the one thing, especially for Red Oak, I think the serve receive is what Red Oak needs to have, because Clarinda's serving, it's hard to say that they lost this set with how good they were serving, but just Red Oak's serve receive was really good coming back. I just think Clarinda needs to keep serving that same way, because I thought it was excellent.
Here we go. Set number 2. Serve from Allball, low across the net. Siebenecker is there. Set to Boswell. Allball gets under it. Joe passes it up front. Hit across by Cole into the back row. Siebenecker passes it up front. Set to Boswell. And the point goes to Clarinda.
A great way for the Clarinda to come out, start this set off with one on the board, especially losing such a close set for everything to start.
Back to serve Allball. Once again, Clarinda leads 1-0. Serve into the back row. Bond up to the net. Set goes to Williams. Hit at the net. Kept alive by Allball. Free ball across the net by McQueen. Wallace tapped across by Ramirez. There's Allball with the set tonight. She taps it right into the open spot. Just goes up and just taps it right across.
Smart heads-up play right there. They've been attacking all night. Just a nice little dump right over top of the set.
2-0. Clarinda leads set number 2. Serve from Allball into the back row. There's Wallace. Bond pushed across by Williams into the back row. McQueen. Hit by Cole. Bond is there to keep it alive for the Tigers. Hit across by Boswell. McQueen digs it, passes it up front. Allball with the set to Brown. And the point goes to Clarinda.
I'm seeing exactly what Eli talked about there, though, with Clarinda. Clarinda keeping the Tigers off balance with these serves. We're just not getting those passes that get those great sets. Turn around for a potential kill.
It's 3-0. Clarinda leads set number 2. That is going to be a Houghton State Bank ace serve by Allball, and it's 4-0. Clarinda with the lead.
And what I really like, I think what Clarinda has going here is right off the whistle, there's no thinking. We're just going to serve the ball.
Serve. Wallace is there. Hit by Williams, but blocked at the net by Jersey Knight. That's going to be a Tangles block by Jersey Knight. And it's 5-0. Clarinda leads set number 2. Allball serve low and across the net. There's Wallace. Set to Boswell. That's going to be blocked out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak.
And that's something that Red Oak needs right here with a 5-0 run from Clarinda. Got to start creating some points of their own.
Wallace into the game. Siebenecker takes a seat. Back to serve Boswell. Boswell serve into the back row. McQueen passes it up front. Set to Jersey Knight. She hits it hard, and it goes off of the hands of the Tigers.
She is 5'4", and she jumps. She's like Michael Jordan. She's blocking. She's attacking the ball. It is. And she's got that momentum and that. She's having fun. You can just see it out there.
Jump serve comes from Cole. Bond passes it up front. There's Ramirez hitting it across. Cole gets under it, up the net, tapped across by Brown. Ramirez keeps it alive, set from Wallace to Gray. Tapped into the net, and the point goes to Clarinda. It's 7-1.
This is a big run for Clarinda. They need to keep taking advantage of this here.
Jump serve from Cole into the back row. Ace serve. And that's going to be a Houghton State Bank ace serve by Taylor Cole. 8-1. Clarinda leads set number 2. Jump serve again from Cole into the back row. Bond passes it up the net. Set to Gray. She taps it across, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 8-2.
Great heads-up play by Marley there. That's that game awareness that I was talking about earlier. She knows it's got to get that side out, transition the ball here.
Back to serve for the Tigers, Ramirez. Ramirez served low and into the net. Point goes to Clarinda. It's 9-2. Clarinda leads set number 2. Into the game, Wellhausen taking a seat, Job. And back to serve, Brooke Brown.
I got to make my own set adjustment here.
As you should.
Serve from Brown, low and into the net. Point goes to Red Oak.
And just like that, it's just that one point that you have to be able to change the tide, change the momentum of this right here. It's been all Clarinda, and they want to stay with their foot on the gas pedal.
Back to serve, Bond. Into the back row to Job. Hit hard, out of play. It was a hard hit ball, but the point goes to Red Oak. Back to serve for Red Oak will be Bond.
Tigers need that. Let's see if they can get a little bit of a run here.
Serve hit across the net by Wellhausen. Tap back across by DeVries. She taps it to the court. Lainey DeVries.
Yeah, great heads-up play by Lainey there. She had the tangles blocked, then she turned around and got an alley pointer McKill out of it. So I love it.
APMA.
There you go.
9-5 is the score. Serve from Bond into the back row. Knight to Albaugh. Set and tapped across by Wagner. And the point goes to Clarinda. It's 10-5. Set number 2.
And a lot of these points from Clarinda, they're creating them on their own here. There's not been a lot of errors coming from their side at all.
Jump serve by Knight. Sails long, and the point goes to Clarinda.
Right when I say it, there's one that's going over.
That point went to Red Oak.
That point,
10-6.
Did that go to Red Oak?
Yeah, I think you said Clarinda.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Serve from Gray into the back row. Knight. Set to Wellhausen. She hits it hard. Bond is there. Pushed across by Boswell. Job takes it down. Into the net, and the point goes to the Tigers.
That was a great heads-up play by the Tigers. Pushing it to the corner, catching the Cardinals off balance. They just couldn't quite recover.
And it's 10-7 now. Red Oak getting back into the ball game after a big lead. The Cardinals starting off set number 2, just flying high. Hit hard and into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. Now it's 10-8.
And just like that, the momentum shifts right there. It doesn't seem like once they're down 5-0, Red Oak just starts chipping away here and get it within 2.
Marley Gray back to serve for the Tigers. There's Job. Passed it to Albaugh. Up to the net. Pushed across by Wagner. Boswell set from Ramirez to Boswell. She taps it across. Albaugh is there. Job with the set to Wagner. She hits it hard. Bond gets under it. Set to Boswell. Hit across. And we're going to have a push across the net by Wagner. Ramirez set, low set. We're going to have an alley corner Maquetto kill, but we're going to have a net violation. Did they call a net violation?
I guess they did, but I also think I saw 4 hits there, so that's, a little unfortunate. I thought when Laney got that kill, who cared about the 4 hits, but Clarinda is serving.
11-8 is the score. Jump serve from Wagner. Siebenecker gets under it. Set goes to O'Neal. Job. Set to Cole. She pushes it parallel to the net. Somehow Boswell gets under it. Tapped across. Set this time to Kylie Meyer. Set to Boswell. Goes a bit long, and the point goes to Clarinda. It's 12-8. Clarinda with the lead. Back to serve is Wagner. Addison Wagner. Siebenecker to Ramirez. Hit across by O'Neal. Job and a free ball across the net by Cole to Siebenecker in the back row. She passes it up front, set to O'Neal. She taps it across. And the point goes to the Tigers. Alley corner Maquetto kill by Jocelyn O'Neal.
Great hustle by both teams there. I mean, we're seeing scrappy play, as Coach has said, all year long. Lots of scrappy play, lots of just taking those incredible digs and turning them into points.
Back to serve Wallace. Into the back row. Job passes it up the net. Set to Cole. She hits it across, but it sails long out the side, and the point goes to the Tigers.
A great heads-up play there from the Tigers, too, as well. Now starting to maybe get on a little bit of a run here, back within 2 here in the second set.
12-10 is our score. Clarinda leads set number 2. Red Oak won set number 1, 25-21. Job set to Meyer. She hits it across. Wallace passes it up to the net. Set to Ramirez into the back row to Job. Set time to Cole. She tries to go back to that corner parallel to the net and doesn't get it across the net. The point goes to Red Oak.
I think Alexis wants to do her jump serve here. I see her adding a little hop in it. She hasn't done that a whole lot this year.
She's not.
Clarinda's jump serving about at least half their serves. So
12-11 is the score. Clarinda leads. Set hit. Now we're going to have a big a Tangles Salon block by the Tigers. Tied up at 12 apiece.
Whew. They just tangled the Cardinals all up in that kind of a block
kinds
right
of
there.
Tangled up there. Absolutely. Back to serve Wallace. Into the back row to McQueen. There's Job. Free ball across the net by Cole. Set to Gray. I think we're going to have 2 hits. And we do.
Yes.
Point goes to Clarinda. 13-12. Clarinda leads. Back to serve is Job. Presley Job. Serve from Job's low across the net. Boswell is there. Set to Ramirez. And the point goes to Clarinda. It's 14-12.
And down towards the end of the middle of this set here, most of these points coming on both sides have been from these errors. Clean up these errors a little bit, and somebody's going to get on a run.
That's what Derek said. Play clean.
Yep.
Serve to Bond. There's Ramirez. Free ball across the net. Siebenecker to Job. Passes it up front. Set to Cole. She hits it hard. Siebenecker is there. Wallace with the set to Ramirez, and the point goes to the Tigers. Bounced off a couple of Cardinals, falls to the court, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Some great scrappy play. Good heads-up hustle there, turning it into a point for the Tigers.
14-13 is our score, and set number 2, Clarinda leads. There's Cole. Set to Meyer. Kylie Meyer, she's a freshman as well. Goes into the net, point goes to Red Oak, and we're tied up at 14. Serve from Laney DeVries into the back row to Cole. Set from Ellie Cole. Job keeps it alive. Ellie Cole set to Taylor Cole. Boswell hits it across. Job is there. Set once again to Taylor Cole. She taps it across. Siebenecker up to the net, and the Tigers are not going to get it across, and the point goes to the Cardinals. That's a hard-fought point right there.
Yes, it is. Laney did a good job, too, as our middle hitter serving there. She took a couple of great digs in that volley and just couldn't quite come away with the point.
Back to serve Albaugh. There's Siebenecker with the set to Boswell. Hit across hard. And just a little bit out of sync that time for the Cardinals. And the point goes to Red Oak. It's tied up now at 15. Into the game, Gray taking a seat, Siebenecker, and back to serve Boswell. Boswell serve across the net. Job is there to Albaugh. Up front it goes to Knight. She hits it. It's into the net. Point goes to Red Oak, and Red Oak gains the lead now, 16-15.
I think that's the first time tonight here, too, as well. We're going to have a timeout for Clarinda.
We'll take it with them. Red Oak leads 16-15 in set number 2, and we'll be back after this.
Upgrade to winning internet speeds and switch to Western Iowa Networks. With Western Iowa Networks' blazing fast internet speeds, you can say bye-bye to buffering. You'll never have to worry about lagging while gaming with your friends. You'll catch every word your professor says during your online classes, and you won't lose connection during your work meetings. Sounds like a winning game plan to me. So make the switch today and join the winning team, Western Iowa Networks.
Subscribe to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel today. Interviews, parades, events, contests, and more. Subscribe to KCSI Radio on YouTube and get notified every time something fun happens.
Jim, 16-15 is our score. Set number 2, Red Oak leads. Red Oak leads 1-0 on the night. Hit across by Knight. She hits it so hard, but it goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. Jersey Knight. 17-15 is our score. Boswell back to serve once again into the back row. This one sails long, and the point goes to the Cardinals. Into the game, Kennedy DeVries taking a seat. Boswell back to serve will be Taylor Cole for the Cardinals. 17-16, Red Oak leads. Jump serve from Taylor Cole into the back row to Bond. Set to Gray. Dug out by Taylor Cole up front. Albaugh with the set to Brown. She taps it across. Gray is there. Set to Ramirez. Hits it. Cole digs it out. Albaugh with the set to Wagner. Hit hard. Bond keeps it alive. Set to Gray. We're going to have a 2-hit. 2 hits on the Tigers, and the point goes to Clarinda, tied up at 17 apiece now.
You hate to see you lose a point on 2 hits, but
into the back row to Bond. Kept alive by Wallace. Free ball across the net by Ramirez. Hit by Wagner. There's Wallace to Bond. Hit across by Ramirez. Into the net. Point goes to the Cardinals. 18-17 is the score. Set number 2. Cardinals lead. Great student section from both schools here.
I was just thinking that.
There's the set to Williams. She taps it across. Cole digs it, gets it back across the net. Set to Gray. Set was a bit long, and the point goes to the Cardinals. It's 19-17 now. Cardinals lead set number 2.
That was just a little bit of extra excitement and kind of caught in transition there.
Serve into the back row to Kennedy DeVries. Set to Gray. She hits it hard. Dug out by Job. Tapped across by Aubaugh. Wallace with the set to Gray. Job digs it, passes it up front. Hit across by Wagner. And Wagner will get the point. She's a freshman. 20-17 is the score. Timeout on the court. Clarinda leads 20-17. We'll take that timeout with them and be back after this.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small town living. We are here for your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Make note of our sponsors, both here broadcast and online. Please make note of our sponsors and let them know you appreciate it, making it possible for us to be here. It does include all of our pregame and postgame sponsors, Rex's Plumbing and Heating, Ace sponsor, Houghton State Bank, Kill sponsor, Alley Pointer Maquetto, and Block sponsor, Tangles Salon, and our set adjustment sponsored by Body Basic Chiropractic. That's Dr. Fritz Beyer. 2017, Clarinda with the lead. Serve across the net. Wallace passes it up front to Ramirez. Gray hits it hard off for the hands of the Cardinals, and Red Oak gains the point. It's 20-18.
And that's exactly what you need coming out of a timeout. Get a great set yourself up, and have a great kill. Get a point back on the board.
Back to serve Ramirez. 20-18. Clarinda leads set number 2. Red Oak won set number 1. Set hit across by Wagner. Hit by O'Neal. Dug out. It falls across the net, and the point goes to Red Oak.
That is game awareness right there. Marley knowing exactly what's going on, where that line is at, letting the ball fall out of bounds.
20 heads-up play.
20-19 is the score now. 1 point. Clarinda with the lead. Set number 2. Served by Ramirez. It's just across the net. Wagner to Aubaugh. Set to Wagner. She hits it hard at the net. It falls to the court, and the point goes to Clarinda. It's 21-19, set number 2. Back to serve, Brooke Brown for the Cardinals. Serve from Brown into the back row, Bond. Right up at the net. Wagner goes up, and Sienna just hit it to the court, but goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. 21-20 is our score. Back to serve, Bond. Nicole Bond, serve low across the net. That's going to be a Houghton State Bank ace serve by Nicole Bond.
That was money.
That's just one of those, just a beeline right across over top of the net.
And it's 21-21, set number 2.
Did you like that, Houghton State Bank? Money.
There you go.
You're clever, Derek. You're clever.
The Matt Davis in there.
Aubaugh hit by Wellhausen, and the point goes to the Cardinals.
And what an important set right here, too, as well. To go up 2-0 and then to tie it back 1-1. What a great set here in set number 2.
Jump serve comes from Jersey Knight. Bond passes it up the net. Ramirez tapped across by O'Neal. Kept alive by the Cardinals. Pushed across the net by Taylor Cole. There's Ramirez set to Gray. She hits it across. Wagner keeps it alive. Set to Taylor Cole into the back row to Bond. There's Ramirez with the set to DeVries. Dug out by Knight. Free ball across the net. And the point goes to the Tigers.
Wow. What a volley. I mean, Clarinda girls laying it all out on the line, diving on the floor. Man.
Tied up at 22 apiece in set number 2. 22-22. Serve from Gray. There's Knight to Albaugh. She taps it across. Bond is there. Ramirez sets Boswell. She hits it into the back row to Taylor Cole. There's Albaugh with the set to Wagner. Hits it across. Bond passes it up front. Hit across by Boswell into the back row to Job. Knight set to Wagner. She hits it. It goes a bit far, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 23-22. Red Oak with the lead in set number 2.
I think a timeout here coming for Clarinda.
Red Oak leads 23-22. What are the coaches saying for an adjustment here, Derek?
You know, I'm not completely sure how to even advise some of that. Watching some of this, I did see a set adjustment by the Tigers earlier when Clarinda was serving, and this goes to what Eli said. There is just they pulled Alexis back from the setting position, had her in serve receive, and then they could easily say, Merced, you're going to take this set on the serve receive. So
a body basic chiropractic set adjustment. 23-22 is our score. Red Oak won set number 1, by the way, 25-21, and they lead set number 2, 23-22. There have been a number of lead changes in set number 2.
Just back and forth the whole set. It seems like Tigers have the lead here by 1. We'll see what they can do with it coming out of this timeout.
And I think exactly what you tell the girls here is now there's not much adjustment you can do. This being this close, go out there, do your job, what you've done all year long, and we'll see where everything falls.
Marley Gray back to serve for Red Oak. Here we go. Serve from Gray. Into the back row, Job to Albaugh. Set to Wagner. She hits it hard at the net. Falls to the floor, and the point goes to Clarinda. Got to win by 2. 23-23. Back to serve Wagner. Into the game, Siebenecker. Out of the game, Gray. Also into the game, Kylie Meyer. And Ellie Cole into the game. So we have Taylor Cole and Ellie Cole on the court. Jump serve from Wagner. Into the back row to Siebenecker. Ramirez set to Boswell. Dug out by Wagner at the net. Tapped across by Laney DeVries. Chased down by Cole. Free ball across the net. Taylor Cole up the net. Ramirez set to Boswell. She taps it across. And the point goes to Red Oak.
Man, Clarinda is playing great defense there. I mean, Tigers get that point, but got to give major credit to Clarinda for their defense on that.
It's 24-23, set point. Back to serve Wallace, set number 2. Alexis Wallace. Serve into the back row to Job. Taylor Cole pushes it across into the corner. Boswell is there. Set to Ramirez. We're going to have a 2-hit or lifting call. A lifting call on the Tigers. It's tied up at 24.
I'm a Tiger fan based on some of those grunts and groans there, if anybody listening is wondering.
Hit across by Job. There's set to Ramirez. She hits it, keeps it alive. Tap back across the net by the Cardinals. Free ball by DeVries. Job set to Brown. She taps it across. Laney DeVries quickly back across. Hit by Meyer. And the point goes to Clarinda. It's 25-24. Set point now for Clarinda. Coach Montgomery wants a timeout.
Oh, what a set. I mean, it's just been back and forth from being down 5-0. Brings it back into this at 25-24. And great job from Clarinda, like Derek was saying, on the defense. It's been all over the court, and same with Red Oak here. It just seems to me during this entire set, Red Oak has seemed to just be on their heels a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of not playing at their pace. They're letting Clarinda dictate the pace, and that's exactly what Clarinda wants. You're coming into this not supposed to be winning this set here, not supposed to be winning this match, and they're just dictating the entire pace. Red Oak's got to be able to find a way to change things up and make it quick.
25-24 set point for Clarinda. Back to serve will be Presley Job, the junior, the libero for the Cardinals.
Tigers need to be ready here. As Eli was talking, Clarinda wanting to keep that pace just a bit of a higher tempo than what we're used to.
Serve from Job to Siebenecker. There's Ramirez set to DeVries. She hits it hard. Out of play, and the point goes to the Cardinals. The Cardinals win set number 2, 26-24. In set number 2, we're split 1 apiece. We'll be back for set number 3 after this.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
3A Region 3, we're split 1 apiece here this evening. 25-21 Tigers win, 24-26 Clarinda wins set number 2. This is exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and this almost mirrors our game last week with Clarinda, with Tigers taking the first set there in the 25-21 range, and then, Clarinda coming out with the second set. So we'll see what the Tigers can do. If I were Clarinda, I'd just keep pounding this pace that they've got going here. And I'd be telling my players, keep up that scrappy play. Let's leave some skin on the floor and make sure we don't let anything drop.
Here we go. Boswell back to serve for Red Oak. Here we go. Set number 3. We are underway. Serve from Boswell into the back row to Job. There's Alba. Set to Taylor Cole. She hits it across, and the Cardinals are on the board first here in set number 3. Into the game, Kennedy DeVries taking a seat will be Boswell. Back to serve Emmy Alba. Wallace is there. Ramirez set to Gray. Job to Alba. Hit across now by Cole into the back row. Kennedy DeVries gets under it. Bond chases it down. We're going to have a free ball across the net. Ramirez. It's a scrappy play by the Tigers. Alba with the set to Cole. She pushes it across. Gray is there. Hit by Ramirez. Brown keeps it alive. Then Cole hits it into the back row, and the point goes to Clarinda. Taylor Cole.
We as in the Tigers, are just having a little bit of trouble here, just adjusting to their hits and their serves in the back row.
And it's 2-0. Clarinda leads set number 3. Serve into the back row to Bond. Williams with the hit. Job gets under it. Hit hard by Cole. Goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak.
That's what the Tigers are going to need there. Clarinda's going to have to make those mistakes, hit the balls long around the blockers, because they are digging everything out, and their hits and their serves are keeping our passers a little off balance.
Serve from Ramirez into the back row to Knight. Set to Knight. She hits it hard, and the point goes to the Cardinals, 3-1. Jersey Knight is probably one of the more powerful hitters you're going to see.
And she is a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jump serve from Cole into the back row. Gray digs it back across. Knight goes up and hits it back across the net. Right into the net. The ball goes, and the point goes to Clarinda. Clarinda off to a fine start here in set number 3 now, leading 4-1. Again, we're split 1 set apiece. Hit across by Gray or into the net. Point goes to Clarinda. It's 5-1. Clarinda with the lead in set number 3. Jump serve from Cole. Taylor Cole, that is. Williams taps across. It's going to be tapped out of play, and the point goes to the Tigers.
Tigers need to get some momentum, change that tempo here just a little bit back in their favor.
Serve from Bond into the back row. Wagner Taylor Cole back to Wagner. Free ball across the net by Wagner. Kennedy DeVries is there to Ramirez. Set to Gray. She pushes it into the back corner. Albaugh is there. Set to Wagner. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Tigers. Bond sets it to the net to O'Neal. There's Job. Passes it to Wagner. She hits it across to Bond. Down ball across the net by Gray. Taylor Cole somehow keeps that thing in play. Tap back across. Cole pushes it into the back corner. Kennedy DeVries is there. Set goes to Gray. And the point goes to the Tigers. What a point.
Working hard for that point. I'll tell you what, Clarinda is not going to let anything fall. I mean, they are there. A couple of times I think we both thought the ball was going to land, and
I don't know how Taylor Cole got that one back across here. It was pretty remarkable. The serve is long, out of play, and the point goes to Clarinda. 6-3 is the score. Clarinda leads. Brown back to serve. Brooke Brown, 5'10" junior. Serve into the back row to Bond. Passes it up the net. There's O'Neal. This time hit across by Wagner. Bond gets under it. Ramirez keeps it alive. Free ball across the net by Bond. There's Knight. Albaugh with the set to Knight. She hits it hard. It's blocked to the back line. The point.
Huge tangles block there by Marley.
And it blocks way up high all the way to the back row, Derek. And the point goes to the Tigers. 6-4 is the score. Clarinda with the lead in set number 3. Back to serve Gray. Into the back row to Job. Set goes to Wagner. She hits it so hard. That would be an Allie Pointer-Makedo kill by Wagner. 7-4 is our score. Back to serve will be Jersey Knight.
She's got a pretty great jump serve here.
She does. Gets a real run at it. Into the back row to Siebenecker. Set to Laney DeVries. Laney goes up. I'm not sure that's exactly what she intended to happen, but it worked.
Yeah, we'll take it. At this point, we'll take whatever we can for that side out.
7-5. Clarinda leads. Set number 3. We're split 1 apiece. Wallace with the serve into the back row to Job. Set to Wagner. Hit. Sells long, and the point goes to Red Oak. 7-6 is our score. Alexis Wallace back to serve. To Job. Albaugh sets Wagner. She hits it across Siebenecker, back across the net. Albaugh with the set to Wagner. She hits it into the back row. It's out of play. And the point goes to the Tigers. Tied up at 7 apiece.
Great job by the Tigers. Just play at their pace. Emily had a great dig there to keep us alive.
Wallace with the serve low. Taps the top ribbon. Job gets under it. Set to Wellhausen. She hits it across. It's out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. The Red Oak gains the lead now, 8-7 in set number 3. Back to serve is Wallace. Red Oak leads 8-7. Wallace serve into the back row to Job. And the Cardinals get tangled up, but they manage to get it back across the net there. Set to DeVries. Allie Pointer-Makedo kill by Laney DeVries.
I want to notice a lot more here in this second set. The hustle from Red Oak. Every time we're getting back to the service line, everything seems like they're ready to go.
That was a great little slide play by the Tigers there too, to just kind of mix it up. Keep that roll going.
9-7 is the score. Red Oak with the lead now. Clarinda led early. Red Oak has regained the lead. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Ramirez. Hit across by Ramirez. There's Taylor Cole to Albaugh. Set to Wagner. She hits it hard. Siebenecker digs it, passes it to the net. Hit by Boswell. Job is there. Albaugh this time with the set to Wagner. And Wagner will get the Allie Pointer-Makedo kill. 9-8 is the score. Red Oak with the lead. Back to serve Wagner. Addison Wagner, a freshman. Jump serve to Siebenecker. Passes it up front. set to Boswell. Job is there. This time Taylor Cole hits it across.
Man, that was the campfire that we talked about we can't be having.
So everyone basically standing around looking at it.
Yep. Just kind of found that donut there with the
not hit. Tied up at 9 apiece now. Serve from Wagner to Siebenecker. Free ball across the net. Laney DeVries passed up front. Set, hit across. There's Wagner. Taylor Cole, free ball across the net to Siebenecker. She passes it up the net. Hit across by Boswell. Job digs it out. There's Taylor Cole, free ball across the net again. Siebenecker passes it up front. Set to Laney DeVries. Alley pointer Mercado kill by Laney DeVries.
There's that same slide play we got a point on earlier.
And it's 10-9, Red Oak with the lead. Every point is fought. It's just back and forth and back and forth. It seems like a great volley on every point. Laney DeVries hits it across the net. Taylor Cole from Ellie Cole, and we're going to have a two-hit call. And Red Oak leads 11-9 in set number 2. Back to serve Laney DeVries. Into the back row, Job. Ellie Cole to Taylor Cole. She hits it across. There's Boswell. Ramirez with the set to Williams. She pushes it to the back row. Job gets under it. Ellie Cole to Taylor Cole. Hits it across. There's Wallace to Siebenecker. Passes it up the net to Boswell. She free balls it across the net. Pass right to the net. Again, that overpass to the net is hard to handle. Point goes to Red Oak. 12-9 is our score in set number 3. Again, split one set apiece here this evening. Laney DeVries with the serve into the back row to Job. Ellie Cole to Meyer. She hits it across. There's Boswell with the hit across the net. McQueen gets under it. Ramirez taps it back across. Meyer hits it across. Kylie Meyer. Ramirez chases it down, and then free ball across the net by Laney DeVries from the back row.
Great volley by both teams. Great hustle. I mean, and you see Clarinda again getting a hand on it. They're on that last hit when I thought it was going to hit on the floor.
Red Oak leads 13-9 in set number 3. Timeout on the court. We'll take it with them and be back after this.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through Life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job?
I want to say make note of our sponsors that make it possible for us to be here and broadcast post-season volleyball here on KCSI. Remember, you can go over to our YouTube channel and watch if you wish. We are streaming, and it's on our YouTube channel. And, boy, what a great one to watch. Back to serve, DeVries hits it across. Ace serve. That's a Houghton State Bank ace serve by Laney DeVries.
Feeling like that's 2 for her maybe here tonight.
14-9 is the score in set number 3. Laney back to serve. There's Cole. That's Taylor Cole to Ellie Cole. Hit across by Wellhausen. And the point goes to Clarinda. 14-10. Back to serve is Job. She serves from the left side of the court. Right-handed, serves from the left side. Into the back row to Siebenecker. There's Ramirez, hit across by Boswell. Ellie Cole is there. Taylor Cole hits it across. Wallace. Set goes to Boswell. Bounces off of a couple of Cardinals and goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Great job by the Tigers there, just getting those passes where they need to be so that the setters can set up the hitters.
15-10 is our score in set number 3. Tied up at one set apiece. Into the back row to Taylor Cole. Ellie Cole set to Brown. She taps it across. And the point goes to Clarinda. Coming into the game is Alba. She'll go back to serve. Also coming into the game Knight.
Now, Abbas had some good runs for the Cardinals from the service line here. Let's see what she can do here to change their momentum.
Serve from Alba into the back row to Bond. Set to Gray. Knight gets under it. Job. Free ball across the net. Taylor Cole to Wallace. Wallace with the set to Ramirez. Hit by Williams. Tapped across by Knight. Free ball across the net. Bond into the back row to Job. Taylor Cole with the hit. Kennedy DeVries is there. Set to Gray. Knight passes it right back up to the net. McQueen, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Aaron is doing a great job of staying very calm for this exciting volleyball because it is impossible to call how exciting that is.
It goes fast, to be honest with you.
Man, if you're not watching YouTube, get on there and watch it. It goes fast.
16-11 is the score. Red Oak with the lead. Into the back row to Knight. Set goes to Knight. She hits it hard. Kennedy DeVries gets under it. Ramirez keeps it alive. Free ball across the net. Bond taps the top ribbon. Just taps the top ribbon, and then the Cardinals get called for lifting.
We'll take them however they fall, you know.
Wow. 17-11 is our score in set number 3. Ramirez serve into the back row. Jersey Knight. Alba. Set to Cole. She pushes it right to the back corner. Kennedy DeVries is there. Ramirez keeps it alive. Right to the net again. That's hard to deal with. And the point goes to Clarinda. 17-12. Into the game, Wagner taking a seat. McQueen. And back to serve Taylor Cole. Jump serve from Taylor Cole into the back row to Bond. Ramirez sets Jocelyn O'Neill. Taylor Cole is there. Alba with the set to Wagner. Hits it to Gray. Then Williams. Free ball across the net by Bond. Knight sets Wagner. She hits it into the back corner. Boy, that was a great shot by Wagner.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I mentioned this off the air, but they are just able to hit off of any type of pass or set. And they have the edge on the Tigers a little bit that way.
That was an Allie Pointer-Mikado kill by Wagner. Jump serve. Cole, ace serve. Houghton State Bank ace serve by Taylor Cole.
And just like that, too, the serving from Clarinda has been on point all night tonight.
Jump serve again from Taylor Cole into the back row to Kennedy DeVries. Ramirez with the set to Gray. She hits it into the back row. Job is there. Alba with the set to Wagner. Kennedy DeVries passes it right up to the net. Dump set by Ramirez. Alba to the net. Tapped across by Brown. There's Gray. Set to O'Neill. She hits it across. Alba is there. Hit by Wagner into that back corner. Ping-pongs off of most of the players on the court and falls to court. Point goes to Clarinda.
Great hustle by the Tigers, though, trying to keep that ball alive.
Here we go. Jump serve by Cole again. Kennedy DeVries to Ramirez. We're going to have a two-hit call.
Hits probably, or
A lifting call. It's 17-16 now. The Cardinals are right back in this thing.
And just like that, the run they've had from the service line here has brought them right back in.
Jump serve from Cole into the back row to Kennedy DeVries. There's Ramirez with the set to Gray. And we're tied up at 17 apiece. Taylor Cole having a fantastic night from behind the service line, at least in set number 3. Jump serve from Cole into the back row to DeVries. Ramirez set to O'Neill. That's an Allie Pointer-Mikado kill by Jocelyn O'Neill.
And right there, like I've said all season, when you need a point, who's the one that's going to come in and get it? It's usually O'Neill, right?
Jocelyn O'Neill.
And I've been spot on, I think, every time.
18-17 is our score. Red Oak with the lead in set number 3.
Go ahead and say that a few more times here. Right?
Again, split, one set apiece. Free ball across the net by Alba. Set to Gray, hit hard, blocked at the net. That's a big Tangle Salon block right there by Jersey Knight. Whew. That girl's an athlete, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Wow. Tied up at 18 apiece. Serve from Brown, trying to go right down the line there and just a bit soft, and the point goes to the Tigers.
I haven't seen very many service errors from Clarinda here tonight.
19-18 is our score. Back to serve is Gray. Little soft serve by Gray. Cole keeps under it. Set to Wagner. Alley pointer Maquetto kill by Wagner. 19 apiece. Tied up at 19 in set number 3. Siebenecker into the game. Gray takes a seat. Back to serve will be Jersey Knight. Jump serve from Knight into the back row to Siebenecker. She passes it up front. Set to Jocelyn O'Neill. Alley pointer Maquetto kill.
Absolutely.
By Jocelyn O'Neill. 20-19. Red Oak leads set number 3.
Alexis has had a good run for us, too, from the service line.
Alexis serving to the back row to Job. Alba with the set to Wagner. She hits it across. We're going to have another alley pointer Maquetto kill by Wagner. Tied up at 20 apiece. Into the game, Kylie Meyer and Ellie Cole taking seat, Alba and Knight. Back to serve Wagner. Jump serve from Wagner into the back row to Siebenecker. Ace serve. It's a Houghton State Bank ace serve by Wagner, and Clarinda leads 21-20 in set number 3. Wagner, a freshman. Sells long, or actually Wallace is there, passed up front, and then pushed across the net by Boswell. Tied up at 21 apiece in set number 3. Into the game, McQueen and Wagner takes a seat. Also into the game, Williams with Bond taking a seat. Back to serve for Red Oak, Laney DeVries. Middle portion of the service line, as she has done all year. Taylor Cole, Ellie Cole, set to Taylor Cole. She hits it across. Siebenecker passes it up to the net. Tapped across by Ramirez. There's Meyer. Pushed across by Taylor Cole. Wallace is there. Ramirez.
2 hits.
We're going to have 2 hits on the Tigers. We do, and the point goes to Clarinda. It's 22-21. Clarinda leads. Coach Montgomery wants a timeout on the court. We'll take it with him. We'll be back after this.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
21 again. A scrappy, hard-fought. Every point is just an outstanding effort by both teams, it seems, all night tonight.
And yeah, and especially from the service line here from Clarinda, that's really what I think has separated them here in this set too as well.
Here's Job with the jump serve into the back row. Siebenecker to Bond. She passes it to Williams. Free ball across the net by Williams. Passed up front, Ellie Cole to Taylor Cole. She taps it across, out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. Cole was trying to get in the direction opposite of her travel back to the open spot on the court, which is pretty tough to do, and it goes out of play.
And Tigers just great awareness, knowing where the line is, letting the ball go out of bounds.
22 apiece, serve from Boswell into the back row. Taylor Cole to Ellie Cole, set to Brown, kept alive by the Tigers. And the point goes to Clarinda. Just a tad bit of hesitation, and the ball falls to the court.
Yeah, as Eli said, Clarinda just keeping us on our heels all night long here, and with their hits and their passes, we just can't quite get into that good sync.
Here's a serve from Alba into the back row to Bond. Up front, and there's an alley pointer Maquetto kill by Marissa Williams, and we're tied up at 23 apiece.
One of the biggest points right here in this set, especially we got to win by 2. This is a huge one to be able to get.
Into the game, O'Neal taking seat. Wallace back to serve Ramirez. Merced Ramirez back to serve for the Tigers. There's Knight. Alba set to Knight. She hits it hard. Block goes out of play, and the point goes to Clarinda. Set point for Clarinda, 24-23. Taylor Cole back to serve. Here we go. Nope.
Coach Montgomery's calling timeout.
We'll keep it right here. Any adjustments to be made? Derek?
I mean, if I were going to mention any adjustment, I'd be talking to these kids about, serve, receive. You got to have passes that are statted as a 3. And we talked about that earlier in the season. That means that when you have a pass that's statted as a 3, it means that the setter has 3 options. She can set it to the outside, the middle, or the right side. And that's really what we need to do to be able to have all the options, keep Clarinda on their toes.
And as you've been saying, Clarinda has just seemed to have been keeping Red Oak kind of on their heels through a good portion of the evening here. 24-23, Clarinda with the lead in set number 3. Tied up at 1 apiece. Jump serve from Cole. Ramirez hit across by Williams into the back row. Job, Alba. Set goes to Wagner. She hits it hard. Kennedy DeVries is there. Set to Gray. It's out. And Clarinda wins set number 3. 25-23. Clarinda leads 2 sets to 1 here in Red Oak. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with set number 4 right after this.
Hey, Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100, extension 6659, and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day 1, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Such tight.
Isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Clarinda leads 2 sets to 1. It's 25-21. Red Oak wins set number 1. Set number 2, Clarinda leads 26-24. And set number 3, Clarinda wins 25-23. And boy,
yeah,
I mean some hard-fought volleys and points here this evening. Exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and I go back to the point here for Red Oak in the back corner where Clarinda really got on that. I think it was a 6-0 run. The ball was out of play, and we played it, and ever since that play, Clarinda ended up just getting on that roll, getting on that run. But that's a play you have to be able to make. And Clarinda, from the service line, they've just been on the gas, it seems to be, the entire time. The pace has been set high, and just catching Red Oak a little off guard here. This 4th set, do or die for Red Oak. Got to be able to find something.
This is it. Tigers have to win or the season's over. Clarinda wants to win and advance on down the tournament trail and go to Van Meter Wednesday night.
So it looks like possibly we've got a slight set adjustment here by Body Basic
Chiropractic.
Tigers are going to start in a slightly different position in their rotation. I also saw Coach Ramirez down there talking to Merced and Jocelyn, and they've been off a little bit on their connections tonight. Maybe she's wanting them to try something different.
Alba with the serve into the back row. Siebenecker digs it. Set to Boswell, and the point goes to the Cardinals. Cardinals on the board first in set number 4.
This is what we've seen early on. It's whoever gets out to this quick start in both the second and third set has ended up winning the next set.
Serve from Alba, received by Bond. And would you call that a roofing call?
I'm not completely sure what I would call that, but
1 apiece, tied up at 1 apiece into the game. Gray taking seat Siebenecker, and back to serve Boswell. Serve from Boswell into the back row, Job. There's Alba with the set to Knight. She hits it hard. Tigers handle it well. Williams, and free ball across the net by Wallace. Great job by Wallace to get that across the net. Hit by Knight. We're going to have a Tangles block by Marissa Williams.
Yeah, great
Big
block.
one.
Tigers are excited about that. Let's keep some momentum going here.
Back to serve Boswell. We're going to have a free ball across the net by Alba. There's Williams. Set to Gray. She hits it, bounces across, and just falls to the floor.
And that's what you need sometimes. You don't always have to have the most powerful hit, but you need it to fall exactly where it needs to. Tigers get the point.
3-1. Red Oak leads set number 4. Pushed across by Alba. There's Ramirez. Set to Gray. Allie Pointer-Maquetto kill by Marley Gray.
And so that's one of those great connections we were talking about with the pass, and you got those options. Tigers do well when that happens.
4-1. Red Oak leads set number 4. Into the back row to McQueen. Set to Brown. Hits it. It flies long, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 5-1. Red Oak with the lead in set number 4.
And this is what we've seen, I think, all year long from Red Oak. Now just kind of just playing loose. Seem like they're having a little more fun out there.
This serve misses out, and the point goes to the Cardinals, 5-2. Into the game, Kennedy DeVries taking seat, Olivia Boswell, and back to serve, Taylor Cole for the Cardinals. 5-2 is our score. Jump serve from Cole, hits the top ribbon. We're going to have a Houghton State Bank ace serve by Cole.
And just the service line tonight for Clarinda, it's been spectacular.
Absolutely.
5-3. Jump serve from Cole again into the back row. Kennedy DeVries to Ramirez. Gray pushes it across. Alba's there. Knight sets Wagner, but I think we're going to have a 2-hit.
Probably a 2-hit, yep.
2-hit call on the Cardinals. Point goes to Red Oak, 6-3.
These officials aren't going to let any of that fly here tonight. We've seen
they've been consistent too.
Yeah, very consistent calling it on both sides of the court here.
Ramirez serves into the back row to Cole. Alba hit across by Wagner, but it's long, and the point goes to Red Oak. 7-3 in set number 4. Red Oak leads. Back to serve Ramirez. Serve from Ramirez low into the net. Point goes to Clarinda, 7-4. Now back to serve Brooke Brown, a junior for the Cardinals. Brown is. Serve into the back row to Bond. Ramirez set to O'Neal. Allie Pointer-Maquetto kill by Jocelyn O'Neal. I about said Lennon. It just comes up every now and then.
It does, it does.
Back to serve Bond. Into the back row to Knight. There's Alba set to Wagner. She taps it across. Ramirez is there. Bond set to Gray. Hits it across. Wagner, Alba set to Knight. Taps it across. Bond is there to keep it alive. Ramirez sets O'Neal, but we're going to have a 2-hit. 2-hit call on the Tigers. Point goes to Clarinda. 8-5 is our score. Red Oak leads set number 4. Clarinda leads 2-1. Jump serve from Knight into the back row. Gray. Bond passes it up front. We're going to have a free ball across the net by Ramirez. Up front it goes to Alba. Set to Wellhausen. Big hit. Allie Pointer-Maquetto kill by Carson Wellhausen, a freshman.
We haven't seen her too much into the hitting game here tonight, so maybe Clarinda's tried a little bit of something in their rotation here to bring in some additional hitters.
Jump serve from Jersey Knight into the back row to Bond. She passes it the net to Ramirez. There's Marley Gray, and an Allie Pointer-Maquetto kill by Marley Gray.
It's good to see the Tigers able to do that on that serve-receive, because when they're in serve-receive, they're slightly out of transition. So Marley, who's normally on the outside, got that kill from the right side.
And back to serve, Marley Gray into the back row. Up front, Alba. We're going to have, what do we have there? Oh, 2-hit calls. Boy, we've had quite a few of those now.
A lot of them.
10-6 is our score. Red Oak gains the point from the 2-hit call. Gray back to serve once again. Serve into the back row to Job. Off of the hands of Job. Jersey Knight keeps it alive. Free ball across the net by Cole. Good scrappy play by the Cardinals. Set goes across the net. Into the back row, points in. Great hit by Wagner. alley pointer Maquetto killed by Wagner. 10-7 is the score. Substitutions taking place. Back to serve will be Addison Wagner. And here we go. Jump serve comes from Wagner into the back row to Bond. Passes it up the net. Set to Laney DeVries. Kept alive nicely there by Ellie Cole. Hit across by Meyer. Set to O'Neal. Job passes it up front. Ellie Cole to Taylor Cole. Bond digs it, passes it up front. Set to Boswell. And the point goes to the Tigers. 11-7. Red Oak leads set number 4. Into the game, Wallace. She'll take a step behind the service line now and serve for the Tigers. Alexis Wallace. Here's a serve from Wallace into the back row to McQueen rather. Pushed across by Meyer. Set to Ramirez. Dug out by Joe. Back across the net. Boswell hits it back across and goes a bit long, and the point goes to Clarinda. It's 11-8. Clarinda with the lead. Clarinda leads 2-1 here in Red Oak this evening in postseason play, Class 3A Region 3. Set to Laney DeVries. Goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. I'm sorry, the point goes to Clarinda.
Clarinda getting on a little run here like the Tigers did earlier with some balls just being hit long or outside.
Here's a serve from Job. Low across the net. Siebenecker sets Laney DeVries, and we have an alley pointer Maquetto kill by Laney DeVries. It's 12-9 now. Red Oak leads set number 4.
That was almost a 10-foot bounce there by Laney. Great job by the Tigers.
Serve from Laney into the back row. McQueen is there. Taylor Cole, free ball across the net by McQueen. Williams set to Boswell. She hits it across, and a alley pointer Maquetto kill by Boswell. 13-9.
That set by Laney caught Clarinda a little off guard. We haven't seen that too much tonight with the free ball across the net.
Serve from Laney DeVries into the back row. Taylor Cole to Ellie Cole. Tapped across by Brown. Set to Boswell. And it just, I tell you what, the Cardinals just couldn't get there, and the point goes to Red Oak now. Timeout on the court. 14-9. Red Oak leads set number 4. Take that with them and be back after this.
Empire Construction and Trenching has served Southwest Iowa, Northwest Missouri, and Southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Red Oak, again, postseason play. The winter season advances on to Wednesday night in Van Meter. The loser season comes to an end. Red Oak won set number 1, 25-21. Clarinda then picks up a couple, 25-26, or 24-26, 23-25. And Red Oak leads in set number 4, 14-9.
Packed house here tonight, too.
Yeah.
I mean, on both sides.
Great crowd, absolutely.
I've always thought this gym is echoed, and it's echoing loud tonight.
Serve into the back row to Cole. Taylor Cole to Ellie Cole. Hit by Brown. Hit across by Taylor Cole. Pushed across more accurately. There's Boswell with the hit. McQueen is there. Set to Meyer. She pushes it into the back corner. Siebenecker back up front. Hit across by Ramirez. Job to Ellie Cole. Sets to Taylor Cole. And the point goes to the Cardinals.
Another great little volley by both teams, never giving up on the ball.
Back to serve now, Emmy Albaugh. 14-10 is the score. Albaugh serve into the back row to Siebenecker. There's Williams. Free ball across the net. Tigers a bit out of sync there. And set to Meyer. She taps it across. And the point goes to the Cardinals. Tigers just a bit out of sync. 14-11.
That wasn't any kind of a spectacular hit by the Cardinals, just a well-placed ball that caught us off balance. And
like you said, though, earlier, Derek, you don't always have to have that big monster kill. It can just be that ball that dinks across just the right spot. Bond passes it up front, set to Ramirez, but I think we're going to have 2 hits. We do. Clarinda gets the point. It's a 2-point set now, 14-12. Emmy Albaugh back to serve. Serve from Albaugh into the back row to Bond. Passes it up front, set to Boswell. Alley pointer Maquetto kill by Olivia Boswell.
Olivia's doing a great job tonight at the hitting position. That was on the right side. I talked about that earlier with Marley being in transition on serve receive. Tigers did that well there with Olivia also.
15-12 is our score. Back to serve Boswell into the back row. McQueen to Albaugh. Set to Knight. She hits it hard. Bounces off a couple of Tigers. And the point goes to Clarinda.
And Van Meter wins in 3 over Clark, 25-16, 25-11, and 25-10.
So Van Meter will advance to Wednesday night and take on the winner of this contest. Taylor Cole, little soft serve. Williams is there. Tap back across by Brown to Williams. Now to Kennedy DeVries. Set to Ramirez. Tapped and handled well to net by the Cardinals. Albaugh. Free ball across the net to Brown. Hit by Gray. Dug out nicely by Job. Pushed across by Wagner. This time Ramirez hits it across. It falls to the floor, and the point goes to Red Oak. 16-13. Red Oak leads. Into the game, O'Neill taking seat. Wallace, and back to serve will be Ramirez. Serve from Ramirez into the back row to Taylor Cole. Albaugh. Set goes to Wagner. And
the ball just hits the top of the net. It doesn't know if it wants to fall on the Tiger side or the Clarinda side.
16-14 is the score. Red Oak leads. Back to serve Brown. Into the back row to Bond. There's Ramirez. Down ball across the net by Gray. And it goes into the bleachers. Point goes to Red Oak. 17-14. Red Oak leads set number 4. Into the game, Laney DeVries, and taking a seat, Williams. Back to serve Nicole Bond for Red Oak. Bond serve into the back row. Heads up play by Job to let it fly out of play, and the point goes to Clarinda. Jersey Knight back to serve. Big jump serve from Knight. Into the back row to Bond. Set to O'Neill. Blocked at the net nicely there by the Cardinals. Hit across by Cole. Kennedy DeVries passes it up front. Set to O'Neill. Cole. Albaugh. Set to Wagner. She hits it across. Alley pointer Maquetto kill by Wagner. 17-16. It's a 1-point set. Cardinals win. They take on Van Meter. Tigers win. We go to another set. Jump serve from Knight into the back row. Bond. Ramirez sets Gray. She hits it across. Job passes it up front. Set to Wellhausen. Hit across by Wagner. Laney DeVries and O'Neill at the net have been pretty potent there. Set goes to Gray. Knight passes it up front. Albaugh with the set to Wagner. She taps it across. Backed up by Ramirez, and it falls to the court, and we are tied up at 17. And the Cardinals are having some fun.
Both teams are just playing outstanding volleyball here. We saw a couple of tangles blocks there at the net by the Tigers.
Jump serve from Knight again. Hit across by DeVries, dug out by Job, and an alley pointer Maquetto kill. Big hit by Laney.
Laney's having a monster game from just all over. She's getting it done at the service line. She's getting it done right there in the middle with her hitting and also pulling in those tangles blocks.
Red Oak leads 18-17. Back to serve Marley Gray. There's Job. Set goes to Wagner. Alley pointer Maquetto kill by Wagner. Tied up at 18. Whew. Again, Clarinda leads 2-1 here in Red Oak postseason play. Jump serve comes from Wagner to Bond. Set to O'Neal. Wagner passes it up front. Cole to Wellhausen. Siebenecker passes it up front. Hit across by Olivia Boswell, and the Tigers have the point. Allie Pointer-Maquetto killed by Boswell. Into the game to serve for the Tigers comes Wallace. O'Neal takes the seat. 19-18 is our score. Red Oak leads set number 4. Here's the serve from Wallace. Taylor Cole passes it up front to Ellie Cole. Set to Taylor Cole. She taps it across. Boswell chases it down. Tapped across by Ramirez. Ellie Cole with the push across the net. There's Wallace and a free ball across the net by Ramirez. Up front it goes to Ellie Cole. Set to Wellhausen. Down ball across the net by Boswell. Ellie Cole with the set to Meyer. She hits it across. There's Wallace. Free ball across the net, Boswell. Ellie Cole to Taylor Cole. She taps it across. Siebenecker gets under it. There's Wallace. Hit across now by Siebenecker. Into the back row to Job. Set to Taylor Cole. Siebenecker digs it out, passes it up front. Tapped across by Boswell. Meyer keeps it alive. Free ball across the net by McQueen. There's Boswell, or Ramirez rather. Set and hit hard by Laney DeVries.
I don't know if my hand has got so tired in my life going back and forth on that, but what a volley and what a point for Red Oak.
No kidding.
20-18 is the score. Red Oak with the lead in set number 4. Wallace serve into the back row to McQueen. Ellie Cole to Taylor Cole.
That should be 4 hits.
4 hits. Yep. On the Cardinals, point goes to Red Oak. 21-18 is our score. Back to serve is Wallace. Timeout on the court.
Brenda wants to talk about it.
My goodness. We'll take a break and be back after this. Red Oak leads 21-18.
Empire Construction and Trenching has served Southwest Iowa, Northwest Missouri, and Southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
What a volleyball game this has been.
I tell you.
Wow.
I think it's everything and then some, we kind of thought.
That's exactly it.
Back to serve Wallace for the Tigers. Red Oak leads 21-18. Make note of our sponsors and say thank you when you get the chance. Into the back row, McQueen. Ellie Cole sets Wellhausen. She hits it across. And, oh my goodness, slides in the bleachers.
What an effort, though,
Wow.
from Clarinda. I mean, just laying everything out on the line. And you see it here from Red Oak, too, in this 4th set.
I said they needed to leave skin on the floor earlier.
Yep.
They're going to leave it on the bleachers, too.
Yeah. Back to serve Wallace. Low across the net. There's Taylor Cole to Ellie Cole. Hit across by Meyer into the back row to Bond. Pushed across by Boswell. And Cole blocked at the net. Big tangle is blocked by Laney DeVries.
Good job, Laney. She's playing great at the net tonight.
Back to serve Wallace. 23-18 is our score. Red Oak wins. That pushes it to set number 5. Red Oak in the driver's seat at the moment. Serve from Wallace into the back row to McQueen. Set goes to Taylor Cole. Bond. There's Wallace. Free ball across the net. Boswell. And it goes out of play.
Right. Yep.
And it's set point now, 24-18. Back to serve Alexis Wallace for Red Oak. Serve comes from Wallace. Into the back row to Job. And it's an ace serve.
We're going to set 5.
25-18, ace serve. That's a Houghton State Bank ace serve. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with set number 5 right after this.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Get your best buy at Hawkeye, the little Ford dealer.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
Come celebrate the first annual Oktoberfest at Jacqueline's, featuring many German beers along with German cuisine. This is an all-ages event that will include games and events such as Wiener Dog races and Best Dressed German. The football games will be on the big screen with Kevin Keith performing that evening. Come join the fun at Jacqueline's starting at 11 a.m. just south of Shan on Highway 59. Pre-registration for Wiener Dog races are open today and will close on September 26th. Please call 712-581-9463 for registration and other inquiries. That's 712-518.
The Red Oak Greenhouse has an immediate opening for a full-time production greenhouse grower. Responsibilities include strong problem-solving skills, required to obtain an Iowa pesticide applicator's license within 90 days, an understanding of plant requirements, self-motivated in learning growing techniques, strong communication skills, respond to and resolve alarms, willing to work weekends, holidays on a rotation. If interested in this position, contact the Red Oak Greenhouse at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Make note of our sponsors. Any big set adjustments? I think both teams have been playing, lights out here. Just play hard. This is your season right here.
It is for what you've played for all year long, right?
To advance on down the tournament trail.
Yep.
It's just got to be able, as coach, I would just be out there saying, girls, this is it. It's all you have to be able to do is just go out, have fun, and play. That's pretty much all you can tell them, that the preparation is all there. These are the fifth sets that you've planned for in practice, and now here you are in the first round of regionals.
And, Derek, I think this is the first 5-set game that Red Oak has played this year.
We were just looking at that on paper. It looks like the first 5th set for the Tigers all year long.
And here we go. And it's to 15, remember. Serve into the back row, Job. McQueen. Free ball across the net, Taylor Cole into the back row to Bond. Up front it goes to Wallace. Set to Ramirez. And the point goes to the Tigers. Tigers on the board first.
Great way to start off this 5th set.
And that's how it has to be in 5th sets too as well. You want to come out to that quick start, like Derek was saying, 1st to 15.
Back to serve Boswell. Red Oak leads 1-0. Serve into the back row, misses out, and the point goes to Cardinals. Heads up play by Job. Into the game, DeVries taking a seat. Boswell also into the game. Wagner taking a seat. McQueen back to serve for the Cardinals. Taylor Cole. Jump serve into the back row to Kennedy DeVries. There's Wallace. Free ball across the net by Gray. Alba with the set to Jersey Knight. She hits it hard.
Tapped at the net.
Yep, point goes to the Cardinals. 2-1, Cardinals lead. Back to serve Cole. Taylor Cole. Jump serve into the back row to Ramirez. Hit across by Gray. There's Taylor Cole. Alba with the set to Wagner. Goes out, point goes to Red Oak. Tied up at 2 apiece. Into the game, O'Neal taking a seat. Wallace. Back to serve Ramirez. Tied up at 2 apiece, set number 5. And we're going to have an ace serve, a Houghton State Bank ace serve by Ramirez. Red Oak leads 3-2. Looks like the camera took a shot down there.
Yeah.
The volleyball. Here we go. Ramirez back to serve. Red Oak leads 3-2. Serve from Ramirez into the back row to Taylor Cole. Up front it goes to Alba. Brown taps it across. There's Ramirez. Bond sets O'Neal. Cole keeps it alive. Alba with the set to Wagner. Hits it across. Bond is there. Hit across by Gray into the back row. Job passes it up front to Alba. Hit by Wagner, and it's killed by Wagner. Tied up at 3 apiece.
I don't know why I expected this set to be any different than the previous four, but
you can expect every point is going to be fought for.
Yeah.
Because literally this is it for the season for one of these two teams. Tapped across by O'Neal. Taylor Cole to Brown. Free ball across the net. Knight. Bond passes it up to the net. Set goes to Williams. Kept alive nicely by Ramirez. Pushed across by Gray. Knight taps it across this time. Set to O'Neal. She taps it across. Cole pushed it all the way to the back row. And the point falls on the Tigers side of the net. Clarinda gains a point, and Clarinda gains the lead 4-3.
Tigers just slightly out of sync on a couple of those hits. They need to get that worked out quickly.
Serve from Brown in the back row to Kennedy. DeVries passed up right at the net, and Tigers somehow get that across. Hit by Wagner. There's a big hit by Addison Wagner. Allie Pointer-Marketo kill. 5-3. Clarinda leads set number 5. Hit across by Brown into the back row to Bond. Set to Gray. Allie Pointer-Marketo kill by Marley Gray.
Great pass, set, and kill by Marley right there for the Tigers to get the side out.
5-4. Clarinda with the lead in set number 5. Served by Bond. Job passes it up front. Set to Knight. Hit hard. Jersey Knight. And called out. The point goes to the Tigers.
We've talked about being a line judge in these Hawkeye 10 matches. I wouldn't
want that job.
Nope, definitely not.
5 apiece. Set number 5. Remember, it plays to 15 in the fifth set. Jersey Knight. Free ball across the net by Wagner. Kennedy DeVries passes it up front. Ramirez to Gray. Into the back row. Job is there. Alba. Hit across by Wagner. Set goes to Gray. Hit hard by Gray. And the point goes to Red Oak. Red Oak leads 6-5.
Tipped by Clarinda. They were being aggressive, trying to go for it. Tigers get the point.
Back to serve. Bond. Red Oak leads 6-5. Into the back row it goes. Ace serve. That's a Houghton State Bank ace serve by Nicole Bond. Timeout on the court. Red Oak leads 7-5. We'll take it and be back after this.
Look, I'm not the kind of person that needs a trophy every time I do a good deed, but I like rewards as much as the next guy. That's why I got a sensible checking account at Bank Iowa. I can earn 10 cents cash back on purchases made with my debit card monthly with no limits on the amount I earn back. Plus, I get free online banking and identity theft protection. All I have to do is keep $100 in the account and receive e-statements. Basically, I'm getting rewarded by Bank Iowa for saving trees and buying stuff. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn about our sensible checking account option or read more online at bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC.
Have you had the onion rings from Jay Brunner's? Oh.
I don't know if I've had those for a while.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that is like, it's a work of art.
That's my favorite vegetable, too. I told that to Jill
Onion
all
rings?
the time. Yes, so I am known to order onion rings.
They are a
anywhere
work
we go.
of art. Emily and the folks down there do a fantastic job. Make note of our sponsors and say thank you when you get the chance. Here we go, 7-5. Red Oak with the lead in set number 5. Nicole Bond back to serve for the Tigers. Serve sells long, and the point goes to Clarinda. 7-6. Red Oak leads. Jersey Knight back to serve. And serve goes across the net to Bond. Tapped across. And the point goes to Red Oak. What do we have there, Derek?
We got some Tigers watching from a long ways away. We got Coach Kennedy Candor texting from Lamar's to go Tigers.
Oh, there you go. Nice to hear from you, Coach Candor. Appreciate that. Gray with the serve into the back row to Knight. Free ball across the net, Taylor Cole. Set to O'Neal. Albaugh, set goes to Wagner, big hit. Gray digs it. There's Bond, free ball across the net. O'Neal into the back row to Taylor Cole. Albaugh pushes it, dump set. And I'll tell you what, Emmy Albaugh with the dump set, and the point goes to Clarinda. 8-7, Red Oak leads set number 5.
I think that's what they were hoping for with that timeout, getting some momentum changing here. And
back to serve Wagner. Free ball across the net. Bond into the back row. Job passes it up front. There's Ellie Cole to Wellhausen. Misses out, and the point goes to Red Oak. 9-7, Red Oak leads set number 5. Into the game, Wallace taking a seat. O'Neal into the game, McQueen taking a seat. Wagner. Back to serve Wallace for Red Oak. Alexis had a great game from behind the service line last set. Into the back row to McQueen. Right up front, tapped into the net. Point goes to Clarinda.
Laney was looking for that cheeseburger. Just quite couldn't make it happen.
And serve from Job. Hit across by DeVries, Laney DeVries. Set to Taylor Cole. She hits it. It sails long, and the point goes to the Tigers. It's 10-8. Red Oak leading set number 5. Red Oak. This has been a volleyball game. I mean,
big time.
Every point. Serve from Laney DeVries into the back row to McQueen. There's Ellie Cole to Taylor Cole. She taps it across, back across by the Tigers. Williams. Set goes to Boswell. Hits it in the back row to McQueen. Ellie Cole to Taylor Cole. She hits it across. Laney DeVries passes it up front. Set to Ramirez. Hits it across. Dug out by Ellie Cole. Meyer with the set to Taylor Cole. There's Laney DeVries right at the net. Point goes to Clarinda. 10-9 is our score. Red Oak leads. Into the game and back to serve Albaugh. Also into the game, Jersey Knight for the Cardinals.
This has been a tough spot in the rotation for the Tigers.
Siebenecker digs it. Hit across by Boswell. It's long, goes out of play, and we're tied up at 10 apiece. In set number 5. Back to serve Emmy Albaugh. Serve into the back row, Siebenecker. Ramirez taps it across. Knight is there. Albaugh sets Cole. She hits it across. Bond passes it back up to the front row. Hit, and Boswell hits it across. McQueen up to the net. Albaugh with the set to Brown. She just taps it across. Set to Boswell. Tangles block at the net. Hit across by Ramirez.
An Allie Porter-Maquetto kill.
Allie Porter-Maquetto kill by Ramirez. 11-10 is the score. Back to serve Boswell. Into the back row to Job. She passes it up front to Albaugh. Set hit hard by Knight, and the point goes to Clarinda. 11 apiece. Set number 5. Back to serve Taylor Cole. Jump serve into the back row. Bond passes it up front. Wallace with the set to Gray. Dug out by Taylor Cole. Free ball across the net, Taylor Cole. Set to Williams. She pushes it in the backcourt. Albaugh to Knight. Set to Wagner. Kennedy DeVries to Bond. We're going to have a free ball across the net by Wallace. Albaugh sets Wagner again. DeVries passes it up front. Set to Gray. She hits it across. Job passes it up front. Free ball across the net by Knight. And it's going to go out of play, and the point goes to Clarinda. My goodness.
How do you call those, Aaron?
Wow.
I mean, some of the most intense kind of volleyball volleys.
You can feel the tension in the gym.
Jeez.
I mean, you can feel the tension in the gym. Right up front, it goes to the net, and the point goes to Clarinda. 13-11, Clarinda with the lead. Set
Again,
number 5.
We're playing to 15 here. This is it, folks.
Coach Montgomery wants a timeout. That's some pretty intense volleyball right there. Just every point, it seems, has just been a fight for every point all night long. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this.
Subscribe to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel today. Interviews, parades, events, contests, and more. Subscribe to KCSI Radio on YouTube and get notified every time something fun happens.
Well, here we go. 13-11, set number 5. Clarinda serving. Clarinda leads 13-11. Jump serve from Cole. Into the back row to Kennedy DeVries. Up front, set goes to Ramirez. It's set point for Clarinda, 14-11. Clarinda leads. Clarinda fans on their feet. Timeout on the court. Taylor Cole back to serve. And another timeout on the court. Again, I want to say thanks to our sponsors. Let me give you a rundown of our evening. Red Oak won set number 1, 25-21. Then Clarinda picks up a couple, 26-24, 25-23. Red Oak wins set number 4, 25-18. Clarinda leads set number 5, 14-11. What a night of volleyball. The winner advances to take on Van Meter at Van Meter Wednesday night. Loser's season comes to an end. Back to serve Cole. Match point. There's Ramirez to Wallace. Set goes to Gray. She hits it across. Tapped across by Brown. There's Wallace. Set to Gray. Pushes it across the net. And the point goes to the Tigers. It's 14-12. Still match point. Back to serve Ramirez. End of the game, O'Neal. Taking a seat, Wallace. Remember now, you got to win by 2. It's 14-12. Serve from Ramirez, into the back row to Job. Alba. Hit across by Wagner. There's Ramirez to Bond. Marley Gray with the hit across the net. Job passes it up front. Tapped across by Alba. Bond digs it out. Pushed across by Alba again. Free ball across the net, O'Neal. Set to Knight. She hits it hard. Ramirez to Bond. It's going to go out of play. And that's going to do it. Clarinda wins 15-12 is our final, and Clarinda advances, and the Tigers season comes to an end. What a volleyball. Exactly what we thought it was going to be when we started the night. That just a hard-fought night of volleyball. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small-town living. We are here for your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
This is going
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah,
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve.
And make note of our sponsors. It's the Rex's Plumbing Postgame Show. I want to say thanks to all of our sponsors and let them know we appreciate it making it possible for us to be here. Well, kind of what we started off talking about, Derek, in the game, a couple of evenly matched teams. We knew it was going to be a fight all night. And, I mean, you're just not going to find a better volleyball match than what we had here this evening.
No, you're not. And as you just mentioned a second ago, you know, both teams got some freshmen and sophomores out there kind of in that young range. We're going to be seeing this matchup with Clarinda for a couple of years to come here.
Absolutely, and that's something that just – put your seatbelt on. Next year, there are going to be a couple of good ones because we have a bunch, and that's really the case right across the Hawkeye 10. We've seen a bunch of young players this year.
Yep, a lot of that across the Hawkeye 10. That this is going to be a great match for many years to come. You know, Clarinda, Red Oak fighting it out here tonight. 5 sets. Clarinda comes on top. Comes out on top, taking that last set.
And congratulations to Clarinda. They did what they needed to do. They made the adjustments. They played hard, scrappy, left it all on the court, and come out on top. And if I think, Derek, that's the first time in quite a while that Clarinda has defeated Red Oak.
Yeah, when I was looking at that stat earlier, maybe 30-5, and you know, the on the bound all-time matchup. So yeah, great job to Clarinda. You know, 2 great communities coming together here. We talked about that when we were down in Clarinda a couple weeks ago there, but good kind of regional matchup, and you know, love to see that, and both towns coming out to support their teams in this regional rivalry, and Clarinda comes out on top. So congratulations to them.
Clarinda moves on down the road now. They will play Van Meter Wednesday night, and Van Meter at 7 o'clock, I think, is the time on that. So, and we hope to get to talk to Coach Montgomery. I'm not sure if the players will make it or not, but I know they're having a little bit of an extended post-game discussion here. So,
you know, for Lainey DeVries as a senior, too, she played outstanding tonight. Tons of those Tangle Salon blocks at the net. She came around and had some good slides with quick sets there from Merced, getting the alley pointer Makedo kills. You know, she just did a great job all night long, giving it her all as a senior out there on the court.
And Lainey and Maddie Doyle, the 2 seniors on the team for the Tigers, so Tigers returning a lot, and I'm sure that you know, when that it becomes real when your senior year, you know, whenever it's their last one of the, and that's the last volleyball game that Lainey and Maddie will have. So it's kind of a unique and special night for those young ladies as well. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the Rex's Plumbing post-game show after this.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day 1, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Love is in the air.
Again, want to say thanks to our sponsors for making it possible for us to be here. And it's Rex's Plumbing post-game show. Again, waiting to hopefully get the visit with Coach Montgomery. Thoughts on the game here, Eli?
Yeah, I think tonight, and first and foremost, congratulations for Clarinda. I mean, wow, what a game plan, I think, coming in here, too, as well. Dominating, I really think, from the service line. You could tell just on the receiving end of Red Oak, a lot of those points for Clarinda came from free balls coming back over from that serve to receive. And Clarinda just came out, and once they were able to get that lead, they really just seemed to have that foot on the gas pedal. Red Oak, too, had a great time with having those comebacks. In those sets, too, as well, there are so many things that could have been changed in those 2-point to 3-point sets. Just certain calls, certain two-touch calls that's out of your control that really could have changed this entire match. But at the end of the day, Clarinda with a great job. They looked loose, they looked like they had fun, and they did a great job of being able to go out here and get a win.
Did what they had to do. And again, like you say, these teams, they play 10 times. It's 50-50
Oh, yeah.
between these two teams. Very evenly matched, and it's been a lot of fun. Derek, other thoughts on the night?
It's great job to Clarinda. They just had a little bit more than the Tigers. I kind of sensed that around set number 3 there, that just in the spots in the rotation versus their matchup with us, they just had a little something extra they were able to go with. And, they really minimized errors. You didn't see maybe one service in the net there. Mm-hmm. They were able to hit off of a lot of kind of busted misplays. So, their hitters were taking great shots off of bump sets, and usually that's kind of an out-of-transition thing. So they did a great job there. Goes back to 2012 for a win against the Tigers there for the Cardinals. So congratulations to them tonight. And, they move on to Van Meter and a tough Region 3 bracket here.
Yeah. I think we're going to have the opportunity to visit with Coach Montgomery. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Joined now by a number of the Red Oak Tigers here this evening, and we have with us Maddie Doyle, a senior for the Red Oak Tigers. Maddie, thanks for coming up and visiting with me.
Yeah, no problem.
Tell me about your senior year of volleyball, Maddie.
It couldn't have been more better. I had such a good season with everyone, and I'm so glad I came out this year.
It's been a fun year to have. You guys have been exceptionally fun to watch this year. A great group of girls. I mean, tell me about working with this group of girls this season. It's been fun.
There's never been a bit of drama. I mean, we're always having fun, and I just feel like that's what makes it so bittersweet. And just like knowing it was my last home game for volleyball, it's just hard to let all that go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's emotional, but it's been fun. I'll tell you, you'll take those memories with you forever, Maddie. So just remember that. Also, we have with us Timberly Bentley. Timberly, tell me about you. You're the manager. You've been at every game. Tell me a little bit about your year.
It was fun taking stats and seeing the girls grow as a team.
A lot of growth has taken place.
Mm-hmm.
I would say from the first game that I watched until tonight, it's been remarkable.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. What's next for you, Timberly?
I enlisted in the United States Army.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to that?
Oh, I'm excited.
But you're going to hang out the rest of the year with these ladies?
Yep, until the middle of June. I'll play a couple softball games, and I'm gone.
All right,
and
very
basketball.
Good. Are you playing basketball?
Oh, I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming up, though, Timberly.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it. And Maddie Doyle as well. And I think, do we have someone else? Maybe not. Or we're going to have the opportunity
Yeah,
to
I
visit.
think Lainey's coming up here.
We're going to have the opportunity to visit with Lainey. So we have 3 seniors, 2 on the court tonight, Lainey and Maddie. And, again, Timberly is the manager for the Tigers. And we have now Lainey DeVries. Lainey, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Your senior year, Lainey, a hard-fought match here tonight with Clarinda, and I think you had a monster game. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but you had a tremendous game tonight.
I just wanted to make sure that I left everything out on the court because, like tonight, you never know when it's going to be your last game in regionals.
I would say you left it all on the court tonight. You played a phenomenal game and a great season. Has it been fun?
Yeah, I think this has been one of my favorite seasons. Like, we may not have had an undefeated record, but these girls have made this season so enjoyable.
Lainey, I would say this year you stepped into that senior leadership role with confidence.
Yeah, I was a little nervous because, like me and Maddie being the only seniors, and last year we had 10, but I think we just stepped up to the challenge and we just knew what we had to do.
And congratulations to Clarinda, but I know you wanted to advance. You guys laid it all out on the court tonight.
Yeah, we were close.
But it's been a lot of fun. You guys have been doing athletics together for a lot of years.
Yeah.
So moving on to basketball now.
On to basketball.
All right, very good. Nice to visit with you all. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Again, that is Lainey DeVries, Maddie Doyle, and also with us is Timberly Bentley with us as well. And I think we're going to have the opportunity to visit with head coach of the Red Oak Tigers, Angie Montgomery, with us as well now. So we're going to have Coach Montgomery. Coach Montgomery, does that sound okay to you?
Yes.
All right, Coach. Before we talk about the game specifically, talk to me about your season a little bit.
You know, I said to the girls, I'm so very, very proud to be their coach. No matter win, loss, what our record may have shown, I am very proud at the end of the day to coach this group of kids.
I said to your girls, Coach, they have had a tremendous amount of growth this year.
They have. You're right. And, you know, I think somebody said it in the huddle after the game, too. You know, this is a group of kids that came in, hadn't really played a lot together, and hit the ground running. We had ups and downs, as a lot of teams do, but ultimately it's going to fuel them for the future. It's going to be really hard replacing our seniors. Lainey tonight was about to backpack the team and just say, like, you could just see the fire in her.
She was huge tonight.
She was. Yeah. And, you know, I said to Maddie on the way in, like, from the very first, Lainey wasn't able to be with us the very first week or so of practice because of the state fair, and Maddie was that glue. She hadn't been out last year, and she rose herself to that level where she could have been the first in the game at any position, pretty much any position, but she always had that positive team-first attitude, and was just a joy to coach. And then, you know, you have Timberly, who she said she wouldn't do stats for anybody else. And I said, well, Tim, she doesn't really love doing stats either, but I think that just is a testament to how much she just wanted to be a part of the team and be there with us. And she was a huge reason of you know, who we are too. So we're really, really going to miss those three. I don't know. I mean, you think, oh gosh, it's only 3 people. It's just, but
big
so
roles.
Much leadership and so many big roles but in the same sense, these younger kids, they have a lot to look forward to and a lot of good leadership to pave the way for that.
Coach Montgomery, we commented on that tonight, not only from the Tigers, a lot of young folks. Next year's going to be fun, Coach.
It is going to be fun, you know, and it's hard to talk that way because, you know, you look at what we're losing and I was so happy that, like Lainey and Ken, to see them play together on the court and their relationship. Cool. That's really cool. Not everybody gets to say that they got to play, you know, with their sister out there. But I just the glue with this group. I'm so sad that it's over because I don't know. They're the whole reason when I wake up in the morning. I'm excited to get to 3:00 to get to see them, to get to hear their crazy stories about their day. And I think that's a sign that you just love what you do, and it's 100% because of them. So
I feel like tonight, now I don't know, you know, statistically speaking necessarily exactly what happened, except that both teams fought so hard.
There were some really fun points for both teams tonight. You know, they're scrappy. We knew it was going to be a really hard fought match. We prepared in practice for a lot of, you know, situations like that where we knew it was going to come down to the end. And, you know, so I feel like we were ready for that. They were ready for that too. It just, you know, at the end of the day, we probably just made too many errors. Not as many from the service line, I feel, as the last time we played them, but, you know, definitely just some errors of knowing where we needed to go with the ball and, you know, trying to execute on plays a little bit quicker. So, but credit to them. They came out ready to play tonight, and I think that's just a really good, shows how tough the volleyball is in this conference.
From a broadcast stand, I can tell you that tonight was a lot of fun to broadcast, Coach.
I'm sure it was, yes. And best of luck to Clarinda. If they can play as heads up like that, and
I think they
all
play
over
Van
the court.
Meter.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
guess so.
Yeah.
And so that'll be a good matchup, and we'll be cheering for them on Wednesday.
Now, will you continue to go watch volleyball through the rest of the tournament trailer?
Absolutely.
You love volleyball, Coach.
I do. I could spend. I know. I do. It stings because you don't want it to be over,
Right.
and you want it so bad for them. But absolutely, we have a lot of talent here in Southwest Iowa, and we're going to be rooting for them all to represent up at the state tournament. So we're hope for big things, and
Well, Coach, thanks for always stopping by and visiting with me.
Thanks for waiting. So sorry.
No, you got business to take care of.
Definitely just wanted to give lots of hugs and, love on them a little bit, because the biggest thing, they just, it's no one play, one bad pass, one bad hit. It's, they're a family, they're a team, and it was, we just want them to know that we're proud of them no matter what.
Thanks, absolutely, and tell them that from us as well.
I will.
Thanks,
I
Coach.
will. Thank you
Appreciate
guys so very
stopping.
much for all you do for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Red Oak Tigers, Angie Montgomery, with us, and want to say thanks to Coach Montgomery. Derek, give me some final thoughts here from this evening.
Yeah, end of the season, it's kind of hard to believe, honestly,
Yeah, I know.
with Jocelyn being a freshman and saying that, she's got her freshman year under her belt now. It's kind of, I do look forward to next year. They are a young team. Laney leaves some big holes there at middle hitter and some leadership there and all of those seniors, but I'm really excited for next year. I'm hopeful that, everybody's going to continue to gel and improve, and we're just going to see better and better Tiger volleyball.
Absolutely. Eli, thoughts?
And like Derek was just saying, with the young team that Red Oak has, this is what kids will build off of, especially having this experience. And, and that's one thing, too, haven't been to a fifth set at all this entire season. Now you can build off this last game, working into the off season and into next year.
I think there's a lot of positive things, and like Coach Montgomery says, now doesn't feel like necessarily time, but, man, there's a lot of good things coming. People that enjoy volleyball, a lot of good things coming down the pipe here. So that's going to do it for us here this evening. A quick rundown of what has happened. Clarinda comes out on top 3-2, and this is the Rex Plumbing postgame show. Clarinda comes out on top 3-2 this evening. 21-25, 26-24, 25-23, 18-25, 15-12. Clarinda wins in 3 over the Tigers. Clarinda moves on down the tournament trail to Van Meter, takes on Van Meter Wednesday night. And the Clarinda and the Red Oak Tigers season comes to an end here this evening. That's going to do it for us. Derek, thanks for all your work this season.
Absolutely. I enjoed it.
We'll do it
Hopefully
again next
you're
year.
You're going to have me back next year. Yep.
We'll do it again next year. Eli, thanks for all your work running all of our production software.
Yep, always.
And thanks to Lori Lathrop back at our central studios for taking care of things back there, keeping us orchestrated and organized. That's going to do it for the Rex Plumbing postgame show, and that's going to put a wrap on it for us here this evening, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Okay.